Rah. Me when I'm first.
What up, Spicy?
The hell?
What's up, Jay?
What happened to you know about not streaming Tears of Joy?
Who told you I wasn't streaming?
Now I have a reason to stay awake.
Oh no. I don't know, maybe you still want to go to sleep after you figure out what I'm gonna play. Heck, I don't even know what I'm gonna play.
Now I might stay a while.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh shit, I forgot my drink. Chill, give me a second. Give me a second.
What multiple games? Could always bust open the Smash Brothers rolling on the floor laughing.
Could always bust open the Smash. I would love to bust open the Smash Bros, but I don't have my dock, 1 and 2. Fuyu's playing Animal Crossing right now, as always. Honestly, we should have bought 2. Should have bought 2 Switches.
I might be in and out the stream just strilling the internet.
That's fine. I would want to play Smash Bros. Probably gonna have to buy another Switch. That really sucks, actually. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it.
This is around the time of night I listen to edgy music and think about random stupid shit. Tears of Joy. Wait. Josh. Get a Switch Lite.
I can't get a Switch Lite. It has no docking ability.
Is one of those games Jackbox?
Should it be Jackbox?
Or Monopoly?
Monopoly takes too long. If I do Monopoly, it's probably gonna be tomorrow. Or maybe the day after.
I dunno. I'm getting sleepy.
I was gonna play with Scott, but Scott doesn't wanna
If
play.
you want a Jackbox, we need people.
Yeah, that's the problem with Jackbox. That we need people. That is most certainly the issue with Jackbox.
I swear this background music almost sounds like the KH opening menu music. Does anybody else agree? You could finish whatever you didn't finish. Do you want me to ask Churro and Gracie?
Well, Churro is gonna not care. Because he's in a Grand Theft Auto.
Dearly beloved, yeah, kinda.
He's in that Grand Theft Auto move. And so is Gracie, actually. They've been playing a lot of that game lately. So,
You sly but ho. You really were waiting for me to pass out. CJ sees it. My balls were about to be so blue. Welp.
Almost got him. But yeah, I'm gonna play
Fuck.
Shadow of War until
I think Square and Disney gonna sue someone, lol. The plan failed, Josh.
It was your plan, not mine. Yeah, I'll just play Shadow of War till we agree on what.
What system is Churro playing GTA on?
PS4.
Mission failed, we'll get him next time.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Fish and mail.
Fish and mail. This dude. Oh. I was like, YouTube just fucking
Tell
suggested.
Churro add me, I got a heist we could do rolling on the floor laughing.
YouTube randomly suggested Holy Mass in Malayam at 9 a.m. What's today? Today's Friday. Why is anyone holding Mass on a Friday? The fuck? The fuck? Yeah, no, I ain't watching that shit. Listen,
YouTube is big stupid.
if you believe in God, fine, that's on you. But I ain't gonna watch you. I'm trying to watch anyone do their prayers. Alright, so I have a fan, and my fan plan is backfiring actually, because why is that somehow louder? The fuck? My backup fan plan failed because now my leg is really cold but the rest of my body is warm. But yeah. Switching to Shadow of War. Also, holy crap, is there really that much delay? We'll pause that. We'll pause that. YouTube is the big stupid sometimes, so we'll pause that. We'll go back here, and that, and we're good. What's up? Just up.
Getting ready to call in the night. But, would you be okay with the lights off of everything?
It'd be fine. It's not like I'm gonna be doing anything.
Well, except for that.
Except for that, yeah.
Okay. I'll just... I don't know why I didn't bring my mask. That would have been perfect, but... Oh well.
What mask?
My panda one?
Oh. Well, okay. YouTube is the big stupid, blah blah blah.
I just
Stream is
finished the
fine.
entire Steven Universe franchise. I really enjoyed it.
Did you? Setting the stream. Would you like to play setting? No, I would not. I would like to play my game. Also, I forgot my mic stand, so if things sound...
I did dislike how Steven acted like a prick in the last 6 episodes of Steven Universe Future.
Yeah. But if things sound kind of weird, it's because I forgot my mic stand. And I'm not at my place of residence, which is why we're also lacking in the camera department.
I was like, dude, stop being stubborn and running from your family.
Yeah.
So, you guys green gang or purple gang?
Why am I on fire?
Apparently Gracie is green gang as well. And I was shook.
Of course she'd be green gang. Churro's green gang.
Well, yeah, because he's green gang, but if it weren't up to Churro, she'd be purple gang.
You really think that? Oh, I just ran straight into that
Yeah,
poison.
Gracie would be green gang. I mean, purple gang. So far, it's not that fun in here.
Huh?
So far, it's not.
Told you, Mega.
No, it's not. At least not right now.
Gang, green gang.
I don't know, I am surprised. Jay would be green gang. Actually, most people, pretty much everyone here would be green gang.
No, I'd be purple gang. I wouldn't. I don't even. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be a gang of anything.
Got to represent Grove Street.
Gotta represent Grove Street. Who the? What?
Steven Universe is a damn funny show though. Might be the funniest Cartoon Network show I've seen so far.
That's gonna be. Is that gonna be? Whatever. It works. I'm dying, by the way.
Steven was a little nugget at the end though, but yeah, overall it's a good show, tears of joy.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it at the end.
I'd say it
but,
might have been just as funny as Ed and Eddie.
Nah, I think we're
Maybe
too
it was
far
how
there.
he was raised.
Let's not go too crazy with that. Am I a little quiet? I feel like I'm a little quiet.
You will join me. I am chosen master.
Alright, that's what you get. You tried to kill me. But now you kill everyone else. Also, I need mad money.
Plus the episode where Steven crashed his dad's van as his dad saying Steven had a better childhood than him. Ed and Eddie makes me laugh out loud. Steven Universe is more of a smile and maybe a chuckle. Maybe I'm just old rolling on the floor laughing.
No, I agree with you, Jay. That's how I feel about Ed and Eddie.
Steven did have a better childhood. Really, I swear I burst out in laughter at least once every episode.
Huh.
Spoilers, yo. Still haven't seen Future.
Ah, shit.
Come on, you coward. I can break you.
Oh, this good guy v bad guy.
Sorry,
This guy's
Slim.
level 15. Oh my god, he's dead. Rash the Ruin is
Ed
more like
and
a...
Eddie is amazing.
He stood no chance. Well. Let's keep doing fight pits then. You know what, Grom? I'll leave it to you, Grom. You can do it, Grom. Grom, you got
To
this.
be fair though, Sue isn't really a comedy.
It isn't,
You
no.
want to die now?
It's more drama with comedy.
Yeah.
Is Ed and Eddie supposed to be a comedy? I will say that 50% of the gems I would smash if physically possible.
And my cousin started playing Cowboy GT.
Never said Sue was a comedy,
And,
just said it was a funny show.
And he got a call from his girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
to FaceTime,
Mhm.
and he answered, and then I don't know what they were talking about. He was talking very low. So I guess so that I wouldn't hear him,
Mhm.
which, I mean, I didn't really care. I mean, you do your shit. I don't fucking care. But then there was this one part that I actually started kind of paying attention to because it caught me off guard.
Let's see
He
how
was teaching
confident
her
you are
how to use
when you're
toilet
wearing your
paper
insides
so that it
on
lasted
the
longer.
outside.
Oh my god.
Get ready to die then.
But yeah, it really caught me off guard.
Sue
Well,
is
what's the
definitely for the feels I felt in more emotion on that than Ed.
Do you want to invite him in?
Amethyst to get
tell
it.
us?
No, I know a strat. I don't know if it's the same strat, but I know a strat.
I see.
Let's go boom!
That's
I
where
like
you
short
turn,
and stout.
I want
turn
Definitely
2
slim.
ply into 1 ply.
No, he said something about folds and tearing.
Slim, you already said that, lol.
Man, these guys just are not standing a chance.
Yeah, something about folding stuff and
Plus, I
tearing
know
stuff.
she would morph into anything I want.
So. And I kind of almost wanted to just go
Burst
to the
out
living
laughing?
I'm a
room where
irregular,
he
sir.
was
I got
at
my game set to
and
easy
just be
Josh
like,
tears
"Yo,
of joy,
speak louder so I
including a
really can
burrito.
hear them strats." But I didn't feel like it in the end.
Oh. I'm a regular, so my game's set to easy. Alright.
You've had a good run.
She could turn into Scarlett Johansson.
Oh shit, I
Keep these gobs coming. Little insect.
God damn, that's loud. What level is this dude?
Or Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, more like Halle Joe Osmond.
Well, Garnet and Pearl can shapeshift as well. Pearl just doesn't like shape-shifting for some reason. Or Ellen Page. Or Ellen Page.
Why did you both say Ellen Page at this? That is weird.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Lane J. I got it right this time.
Ellen Page built like a
That's a new one.
13-year-old though.
Whoa. What?
Sue is a hilarious show and you cannot change my mind.
No one was trying to, Megan. Oh. Oh.
Juno, X-Men Page is best page.
So, Joshua,
Yes.
It's 7:42 am over here. I know I'm joking, Josh lol. But if the opportunity showed itself, she could at least hold it.
More close. I need a microphone now. I can't.
Also, Stephen has
cannot
Carl from
do it
Aqua-Teen
without
Hunger
that.
Force for an uncle, lucky bastard.
if that's okay.
I knew he sounded familiar. Thank you, Mega lol. Rolling on the floor laughing, I wouldn't call that lucky.
Why is it giving me feedback?
You didn't know the voice at first, Slim. Lol.
I mean, yeah, but shouldn't.
Does it fit you?
Carl is our Lord and Savior Jay.
So I'm taking it off. I don't want it to.
He sounded
stretch
familiar,
out
but
or
I
anything.
couldn't place him lol.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll get a bigger shirt.
I kept thinking Bob's Burgers.
Hold off
Can't
on that
remember
then,
the name.
since I'm gonna be a little more knackered.
Bob's Burgers rolling on the floor laughing. Did you recognize that Master Shake did a voice in Adventure Time Slim? Bob's Burgers is a good show. Yes.
Now let's see if you can get past me.
The wizard dude. Lol.
You're the noob I have to kill next. Bye. You're not
Yeah.
Yo, this level 46
Magic Man.
fighting a 15. Oh, he's getting slapped. What the hell?
No Jay. It's great cause I remember him more as the monk in Venture Brothers. The guy that brings objects to life with his hands. I love Magic Man.
Time to turn the world upside down. Bleed for me.
Such a bastard lol. I thought Magic Man was super annoying.
I also thought Magic
It's
Man
not
was
his
super
fault
annoying.
though, tears of joy.
I honestly wanted him to die. Oh, he's getting ganged up though.
Like more
He's getting
annoying than
Gucci
Sting.
ganged.
You're dead.
I didn't like how they gave him a tragic backstory.
Yeah, honestly, Magic Man was just ass.
Not everyone needed a deep backstory. He did fucking die, Josh, tears of joy.
Oh, I'm glad. I am so glad he died.
I love when characters have tragic backstories.
Let's throw a 35. Maybe they'll level up a bit. On a cargo.
This is where your journey ends.
But is it though?
Look at Courage the Cowardly Dog lol.
Challenge. Caramo!
That show was scary to me as a kid.
That show is still scary to me as an adult. Man. It is not going
Courage
well.
is a tragic character.
Oh, that's...
Mainly King Ramsay and his fucking curse.
I gotta see the...
The first season was creepy. So far the second season isn't that creepy. Return the slap. I mean, I'm not saying tragic backstories are bad, just not everyone needed one. Especially in the cartoon like Adventure Time.
Yeah, you got a point, son. 2 gold. The
Just
smoke.
reading that gave me chills, mega tears of joy.
Return the
Especially when some of those backstories felt like they were tragic cause some executive demanded it. I honestly liked the Adventure Time characters getting tragic backstories. It got me more invested in the characters like Marceline. Marceline asterisk.
Yeah, Marceline is fine, because she's like part of the main.
I like shows that are like that Steven Universe ended to hopefully.
She's part of the main characters, but not Magic Man. Magic Man was like super side character. Oh, this ain't gonna end well. Come on, go in there, go in, shoot, hit him in the
Oh
face.
yeah, Sue is done, thank goodness it ended at the right time. It does get one more invested for sure, but there are better ways to do that for a literal cookie character lol. Princess Cookies.
Why'd
For
you
one
run in
example,
out
sure.
range? You goddamn idiot. Wow, what a way for that to die.
Rude beer guy, was he tragic? I forget. Princess Cookie felt unnecessary.
Oh my god, he killed him in one hit. You don't got
Rude beer guy was fine. He was well fleshed out. Didn't Rude bear guy's wife leave him? Princess Cookies was one of the best episodes in the show lol. Beer asterisk. Something like that, Jay. Gonna respectfully disagree, Mega.
38, 38.
My favorite episode might be when the Lich came. Meh, that's fine, Slim. My personal opinion. I can see the appeal. Ah, yes, the Lich episode.
The Lich was really fucking... I felt like it was annoying. 'Cause I was just like, how the fuck? How the fuck do you kill the Lich? How do you fuck with the Lich? He's so OP.
I love the Islands arc, might have been my favorite episodes in Adventure. Adventure Time asterisk. I was caught off guard when the Lich killed Prismo. The Lich is a bitch.
The Lich do be a bitch.
I love Prismo. Lich episodes were great. I wish they would have done more with him.
Kill the Lich with the power of lightning. What?
Wait, wasn't the Lich just like the baby for like the latter half? But then the baby turned back into the Lich?
Well, the first part.
Yeah, they kinda got rid of him.
But Big Baby is...
Marceline was my favorite character in the show cause I related to her.
Yeah, I never trusted the baby though. Like once it...
They used the power of
Once it
heart to
covered
kill
the
him,
Lich.
like fuck off, rolling on the floor laughing. Cause he turned into a big baby.
Yeah, I just couldn't trust that kid. I thought he was gonna kill Tree Trunks.
Oh, I love that vampire part. With Marceline's past.
I will defeat all who face
The vampire arc is great as well. And yeah, I felt the same about the Lich Kid.
me. Explosion time.
Dude, if Tree Trunks fucking died, that would be hilarious.
How do you guys feel about American Hedgehog
The ending felt a
Warrior?
bit weak though in the vampire arc.
I don't know. I really liked Tree Trunks, but like something felt off about her too.
Betty got on
actually.
my nerves at times cause she was so obsessed with Simon, but at the same time I rooted for her because of it. She did die the first episode.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
American
she died.
What Warrior.
Oh damn.
I heard everyone hates Tree Trunks. I love Sinechu Fuyu.
Sonichu.
Tree Trunks was annoying once Mr. Pig got involved.
American Hedgehog Warrior.
Not gonna lie, this is super uncomfortable. Needs to be a little lower, but can't do anything about it. Who should I pick?
Hold on, give me my glasses. What are the options?
Everyone here.
My least favorite Sue characters have got to be Aquamarine and Eyeball Ruby. Hedgehog Warrior, what? Lol. They're both annoying. Type that out for me, I am drunk lol. My least favorite is probably Sadie. American Hedgehog Warrior.
Let's see. Tell me a little bit about
Meh,
them.
Sadie I never cared that much for.
He is terrified of ghouls.
Put a pussy next.
He is terrified of being on fire.
I hated Lars at first, but I liked how they made him better later on.
He has a fear of caracals.
Those little things.
He's vulnerable to stealth
I'm
and
just
heavily
disappointed in
damaged by beast attacks.
Lars has his own issues though. I like Sadie, but I hated when they postponed the story for her dumb band bit.
Heavily damaged by beast attacks.
Huh?
Fear of burning, even though his axes are on fire.
I can understand if a character is a dick for a reason like his, but Stevens kinda came out of nowhere.
What's
Fear of being
that?
pinned to a wall or the ground.
Now that's
My
real
favorite
fear.
characters are Peridot,
Haven't you
Garnet,
ever
and
heard of
Amethyst.
Cabadone?
No.
It's when they literally pin you to the wall.
True J.
Oh.
It's
Freeze and
mostly
tear with-
seen in like the anime shoujos.
Oh.
J,
He
your
is,
favorite characters.
He is afraid of people who are better than him, essentially.
Should've got really fast.
I genuinely like Spinel, but I feel like she should have gotten an actual punishment.
Mortally vulnerable to stealth.
No, definitely not.
That's what I said, J lol.
Close.
I relate.
So far Pink is my favorite, she's consistent.
Terrified of
She got
boss
literally no
breaking.
repercussions. Our Pink is such a bitch.
Oh my god. Damaged by range attacks, damaged by executions, damaged by fire.
No.
And that's it. That's all
Also,
of them.
Pink is such a dick, I love
is
it.
my favorite as well. Like Pink / Rose, they're the most interesting characters to me.
I really
what
like
about
Greg.
The one that
Clumsy?
no, it was what was it? Craven? No, Pinning. The one
think
that's
that
scared of being cabadoned.
This guy.
Greg's
Which I
alright.
accidentally clicked on him, so...
What a strong specimen! I wonder what your insides look like. You'll be in the dirt in no time. Kill! Kill! Kill!
Which one's yours?
The blue one.
Ahoy!
Did Greg really do much?
You're everywhere!
Steven Universe Future and Pink.
Connie I like, though I don't really like her. I also really like Fryboy and his whole family.
He just made everything worse.
I mean, Greg is a good father, plus he was the one that helped their gems see Lapis message.
I mean, he's.
I don't care one bit
not
about Ronaldo.
I mean, he's not a bad father.
Yeah, they're all 38. I need to level these
But
Fart
guys up.
really,
Steven
tears of
needed
joy.
Stability in his life.
I'm not
Like a
impressed.
strong maternal figure. He creates
This is the man
stability.
who on a good
So,
day
like,
will
I see a lot of myself in
on a bad
Ronaldo.
day will recruit you,
Greg
betray you,
never
and
gave
then try
that
to
to
kill
him.
you.
I feel like he also watches JoJo. May I just find Ronaldo uninteresting.
How was he dazed? There he goes. How was he
Is he
still dazed?
cabadoned?
Huh?
Is he being cabadoned?
I don't think so. I think he's just dumb. I think they're just knocking the sense out of him.
I feel like we should have seen more of the world of Sue.
What a pity that Andrew's not here.
Stephen is my favorite character after Peridot, Garnet, and Amethyst cause I relate to him so much as well, but like I said, the last episodes of the show made him act like a prick. I wonder why Rashi has a big fucking hole in the center. I do agree, Jay, but I think the creator ran out of ideas.
Russia has a big hole in the center. What?
Who?
Russia. What? Maku the Defiler actually defeated Torn. How?
I also heard Cartoon Network was the one that pulled the plug on Sue.
I'm glad they did. Hell, the dick. I didn't make no chance. No chance at all.
Looking forward to this like I am. I wanted a challenge.
I'm Sue. They show a map of Earth and Rashi has a huge hole in its center. In asterisk.
Probably because you got nuked. It'd probably be like that.
Apparently they told the creator the show would be cancelled after season 4, but she got CN to agree to season 5, a movie, and Steven Universe Future.
Maybe they just gave it to her because she would have carried her way out of it. What the heck?
Why, Josh? Why?
Why what, Scott?
6 seasons and a movie. That's how it should have been. Steven Universe Future is kinda season 6 lol. I guess rolling on the floor laughing it was more of a spin-off if you ask me.
Oh, there we go.
They didn't really wrap up anything of importantly cease it.
Yeah, I didn't watch Future at all, so I have no idea. The only thing I saw was
There were 2
that he was
episodes I
cute.
really liked in Sue Future. The Snow Day episode cause
then he
I
was a
thought it was
dick.
funny, and the Peridot episode. Wow, thanks autocorrect.
The crowd screams for you. I will make you scream for them.
I look forward to killing you.
I want to see shelter.
Well,
Prepare to die.
that's it for him, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you gotta.
I remember when Jasper was getting corrupted and Peridot says EW, that's disgusting. I laughed. LMAO.
Cover your ears.
I love how he knocked you down and beat you. Cartoon Network doesn't have much on it anymore.
I want to seek shelter.
Yeah, I feel like Cartoon Network is lacking nowadays. Oh, he got stabbed in the back.
I like Clarence IDC what anyone says. They have Teen Titans Go, so that's a good thing. Lol, I made a joke. Nickelodeon is a million times worse than CN.
They're both pretty bad right now, honestly. I
What
know
happened to cartoons? Disappointed. I've never seen Clarence.
I know that Cartoon Network picked up a... Oh, no, not Cartoon Network. It was Nickelodeon picked up Annoying Orange for some reason, and they thought that
Yeah,
was a good...
don't get me started of the Fairly Odd Parents.
Damn, Fairly Odd Parents was actually good at some point. And then they ruined it. By,
Disney just has stupid live-action shows.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Sexy Candy.
Think you're tough, eh?
Well, I think
EW
the
Fairly Odd
contract
was trash once the baby got in. Nickelodeon should have let that show die years ago. Thank God Butch Hartman left.
Well, Butch Hartman's contract
Fairly Odd
was up.
Parents was the amazing.
And I think Fairy Odd
Yes, you're
Parents...
right, Jay.
Fairy Odd Parents was amazing until the self-insert was added. Not the baby, but the other one. The female lady. That was like always perfect for some reason.
Was Scott was.
Let's go boom! Rachel, take this! This'll be good.
What am I supposed to do with all these blubber nuggets? I'm there to eat.
Time for
Yep, he's done. He's gone. He sleeps. Slammed to death.
Doug. I love that guy. Hey, Doug was K. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Oh wait, as in not Doug the cartoon.
Oh, I fucking love Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You gonna fight me or talk me to death?
Look, Calico!
Doug Dimmadome was great. Lol. Not right, not right. That's right. Doug cartoon was trash. But Slim, he's the Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Simsake Dimmadome. Never seen the Doug show.
Doug was kind of trash, honestly.
Doug cartoon was ass. Doug Dimmadome was king.
I also didn't really like Hey Arnold. I watched it, but I was like, I don't know. Some days I liked it, some days I didn't.
I'm Chatty Betcha. Doug was alright. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome was love. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome was life. Hey Arnold is a great show.
Here's some pain!
Oh, he's fireproof, okay. Now he's dead, too. Oh no, my character's too busy being on fire.
Fuck you,
to
I
fight.
watched Squirrel Boy, so what, Josh?
Squirrel. You know what other show was like really weird? Was Real Monsters.
Squirrel Boy, that sounds familiar. Oh, that one. That sucked.
36, 36, 39.
Real
Let's get
Monsters was
everyone-
fun, lol. I'm
get
gonna
everyone
say
going.
something that Slim might be surprised by. I actually like Steven Universe more than Adventure Time.
Time for a clinic on combat.
Class of 3000 might have been the best show on Cartoon Network. That doesn't surprise me, but it makes me happy. Adventure Time is a great fucking show, but so I really enjoyed.
Actually, the best thing to ever air on Cartoon Network was anything on Toonami, honestly. I hate the current state of Adult Swim. It's always nothing but
Toonami.
like Family
Oh,
Guy.
how I miss thee. Samurai Jack
And
was
like
one of the
the
best
30th
things to air
Aqua
on
Teen
Cartoon
spin-off.
Network.
that is never as good as the original.
Especially 2000's Toonami. Toonami, I remember the day it ended and the day it came back.
If you're eager to die,
Adult Swim has always been kinda lame with some decent stuff here and there.
shut up and show
I
me
forget
what
what
you can
Toonami
do.
aired. Venture Brothers is godlike.
Well, I mean, Adult Swim had...
Adult Swim did have the Boondocks and King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill was kind of lame.
Ah yes, Venture Brothers forgot that.
Venture Brothers was
King of the
good.
Hill still airs right.
The original Aqua Teen was good, in my opinion. It also has all that
It does,
good
but not
ass
that
anime.
often, Jay. Never really liked Code.
Honestly, the only real thing I liked from King of the Hill was Pocket
I know,
Sand.
Slim.
And then that one episode where Hank found out that everyone was eating charcoal meat instead of propaned meat.
What are you turning into, some kind of feminist? Hank Hill. Damn, it's not Adult Swim if it ain't King of the Hill twice, then an episode of Family Guy, and if you're lucky, Boondocks Tears of Joy.
Because yeah, Adult Swim had, I think the best primetime lineup was whenever Cowboy Bebop was involved. I think they also aired Afro Samurai too. Either that or that was FX. I don't even, to this day, I don't even know what the fuck S. Cryed was about.
You've been lucky so far.
But Bleach was dope, and so was, well, early Bleach.
Another idiot.
Also, people say Steven Universe is an SJW show. I just don't see it. It's not like the show ever tells you that being gay is okay. I watched most of my anime like Samurai Champloo and Full Metal from Toonami.
Samurai
Dude, S.
Champloo
was weird.
amazing.
And Bleach.
Samurai Champloo was amazing. Space Dandy was also amazing. S. Cryed was... I felt like I wanted to get invested with it, but I just couldn't, like... I didn't know what the fuck was going on for most of that. Fucking Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. I remember fucking Toonami airing that.
I swear, whenever there is an animated samurai show, it's guaranteed to be a masterpiece. Bleach is complete shit.
That's why I said early Bleach. Late Bleach was absolute trash. The Fullbring arc was... the Fullbring arc pissed me off.
Sue was a bit of an SJW show, it just wasn't as forced as it could have been if the higher-ups woke rolling on the floor laughing. Bleach had good fight though. The anime was K at best. Bleach Season 1. But those fights. Outlaw Star Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Outlaw Star was amazing. It was one of the first animes that the ending was, like, just... The
One
song was
Piece.
so good that I teared up. Bro, no one got time for One Piece, dude. You got time to catch up on, like, 1,000 episodes? Are you kidding me?
Naruto when it was actually good. I need to watch Outlaw Star. If the show doesn't try to tell the audiences something that is considered SJW propaganda is okay, then I don't think it can be called an SJW show. I liked it as a kid but never saw the whole thing. I have it on my plex.
It's a good show. The ending is kind of garbage though. Like every anime ending is, actually. I remember being very dissatisfied with the ending of Outlaw Star.
That'd be like if I made a show where these background characters were gay but they never have much screen time.
Another one that was really good was... I really like Trigun, actually. But again, the ending was kind of shit, too.
I also didn't hear you talk about Trigun. Oh wait. There you go. Trigun had a great ending.
Dude, Trigun's opening was fucking great, too, actually. That fucking guitar lick was amazing.
You better be a real fighter, and not a brainless gag.
Too bad only the first couple episodes and last 2 episodes were actually the story, lol.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I meant like story ending, lol.
Yeah.
The opening song was my favorite though. Not like propaganda mega, but when the show goes literally, hey, this is my non-binary girl boyfriend, then people will lump it in with SJW stuff.
Now, I think Scott's gonna have my head for this, but I literally have not finished Yu Yu Hakusho. At most,
Also,
I
how
got
did
to
the other
the-
French song from Sue the movie become a meme?
I got to the tournament arc, and that's about it.
Oh MFG. I think the guitar riff was what started my love for Godsmack, lol. You son of bitch. I just don't see how that makes the show SJW. I had no issue with Sue doing that, it's just that character that was non-binary looked like a stereotype of gay people. That's a meme. Yu Yu is good but hasn't aged too well. I love how they introduce Hey I. However it's spelled. Yeah, I've been recommend the song in so many different meme material, J. That a big pimple.
Urameshi.
Hi.
I remember Inuyasha, but I loved Inuyasha so much, but like around
The
season
world
like
is a vampire.
12, where it was the same exact shit. I
Stuff
was
like
just-
other friends but it's auto-tuned badly, or other
pissed.
friends but Spinel isn't there, something like that. I watch Yu Yu Hakusho several times a year. Kawabara is so stupid. I love him, lol.
Kuwabara is fucking stupid.
Josh, do a Kawabara.
Watch and learn.
Say something funny. Kawabara.
I need, wait, my throat has to be like moist.
Will destroy you.
I haven't met anyone who watched Desert Punk. I had a weird dream where I was a vampire, but I was an Adventure Time vampire and I sucked the red out of a red color pencil. Not even kidding. I have seen it, Jay. Oh, I wanna see that one, Jay.
I've never seen Desert Punk, actually. I know of it,
It's on my plex, I enjoyed it.
but I've
I
never
might be
seen
the
it.
only person left who watched Desert Punk and Fruit Baskets.
Fuyu's actually watching
I am
Fruit
not
Basket.
alone.
I'm not a big fan
It's
of it.
hilarious. And
Fruit
badass.
Basket.
I finally found more tears of joy.
Now you face a true follower of the Dark Flame. Come on, then. Unless you're a coward. Die outside.
Oh shit. Already? Oh, no. He's in reach now. That's what it is. Yeah, this is gonna end well for him.
I will punish you.
Oh wait, I said Sue might have been the funniest CN show I've watched, but I forgot that Aqua Teen aired on CN. Fruit Basket is like a slice of life, that's why.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is a slice of life.
Boondocks has you beat Mega rolling on the floor laughing. Hey Carl. Oh great, you've seen me, Carl. Haven't seen too many Boondocks episodes, Jay, so I can't tell. Also, Josh, FLCL.
I saw the first one, but I haven't seen the
Blue Gender. Oh man, you should get into it, tears of joy. I've seen like 10 Boondocks episodes.
I heard Blue Gender was absolute garbage.
I love
though.
Stink Mina.
But yeah, I watched the
Not
first
sure how to
FLCL.
spell it, lol.
I haven't seen the second season, quote unquote.
It's not that I didn't get into it, Jay, I just haven't made the time to watch it yet. I really liked it.
Too soon. The red's my trophy.
Oh my god, they
I'm
killed him already.
102% African with a 2% margin of error, Uncle Ruckus. Also of Lupin the Third.
I actually watched.
You just got kicked in, yo, just what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I think it was the Red Jacket series of Lupin the Third, and then the Blue Jacket series. I think. Watched those with Fuyu. Something about that opening, that really jazzy opening, like.
NYUKKA.
Fucking love it.
I saw the clip where Robert Freeman beats the shite out of Stink Mina.
You better be a decent
Also a
boy.
Ghost in the Shell.
I'm getting tired of maggots
Oh,
who die
I know
for me.
Slim has a stiffy with Ghost in the Shell.
Robert is an old man and can fight like a kung fu master. Oh yeah, he beat up a blind man.
Wow. He's just.
I love
down.
guitars. Fucking love Ghost in the Shell. Major Kusanagi could get it.
Wait, isn't Kusanagi actually a guy and just transferred into a female body? Or is that just in the movie and not canon? Or is that just in standalone and also not canon?
That was debatable. Motoko Kusanagi is a chick. Also, I finally got a name for my samurai superhero character. His name is Hansuke Fujiwara. There was this one anime I lost about how boys and girls live on separate planets and fight in mechs. For some reason I really wish I could find out what it was. That's Trap Boy's Wishes. I got the last name Fujiwara from a Japanese wrestler, cause me being a wrestling fan.
Fujiwara is a nice name.
Wasn't the point that her being in a robot body meant her gender was pointless and that she never actually knew what her gender was?
Okay, so I don't remember hearing, or I don't remember that part of the story. That's why I was asking.
Megasex LRJ.
Oh shit!
Lol.
One of my guys died. That's unfortunate. 40, 40, 43, 43, 48, 39, 41, 39.
Megasex LR. No Mega rolling on the floor laughing sadly. The shit. Megas was an easy show to finish.
Megas was great. I fucking love Megas XLR.
Weaker than the last globe.
Also at Josh, VC. Like I said, too bad CN can never bring it back.
VC?
She
Which
could
one's
have
VC?
been a man. No way for her to actually know, and that was kinda a part of the point of the whole show.
Oh.
Yeah, tax issue. God, I really do have a hard-on for this show. Voice chat.
Oh.
You were right, Josh. Voice chat, Josh.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Oh. Oh wait.
Should
doesn't
I make
pop
the
up.
Sudoku on myself? Barker. It's good stuff, Slim.
Doug dimma dome. What's up? Hello? Oh, hold on. I don't think you're on. I need to mess with my settings.
I have a hard-on for King of the Hill, which is probably my favorite TV show ever. No matter how many times I watch it, I never stop
There we go.
laughing.
You should be hearable now. Nope.
Also, have you actually finished all of Inuyasha?
I did.
Sugoi desu.
I even watched Final Act, and I was not happy with it.
Well, I mean,
Especially
Final Act
Cotton Hill is on my
was
personal
about
cartoon characters Mount Rushmore.
probably 200 episodes crammed into 26, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I know. Which
I can
I'm
rewatch
glad
King
they
of the Hill
yeah,
back
I'm
to
actually
back.
kind of glad they condensed it because fuck
I
that.
honestly wasn't. I wanted it to play out.
His freaking
Dude, they
name
were
is
trying. They
Inudog.
had
He
already
better have
stretched it
finished
out
it.
as far as it needed to be stretched.
No, it needed its proper story length. Look, if we're gonna give Bleach its proper fucking runtime, even though that show was actually garbage, then
don't know, man,
Inuyasha
you were-
should have ended properly.
I don't know, man. You were pretty religious about it for the first
Hanks,
3
wife,
seasons.
you got any more feelings to
No,
express?
I
Get
was
in the
pretty
kitchen and
religious
put
with
him in
it
a bundt
up
cake.
until the anime ended, and I kept reading the manga after that point. And instead of closing loopholes or story
Tears
or
of joy.
whatever you want to call it, they made them 1,000 times more convoluted and 1,000 times worse, and the story made 0 sense.
I
Lukiura was
beat him
really
all to
weird.
death with a big piece
No,
of my friend.
Like I
Fat.
said, the whole visors, the on-car, whatever you want to call them, those were all perfectly good. Those were all really interesting, except for when they had the 1,000-year blood fucking war arc. That's where
I
everything
killed
went
50
to
men.
shit.
Ah.
The one redeeming factor of that whole entire fucking anime was just being able to see Rukia's ass. And that
Tojo
was
had me
it.
locked up in a cage. I ate rat
After
droppings
that
to
freaking thing
survive.
ended.
Called it jungle rice. Tasted
Oh, excuse
fine.
me. It's no longer ended. It's now continuing in the Wessel Society side because now we got Smoke the Witch. Thank God for that. Now we can have even more plot holes to the story. Also, what about Wolf's Rain or Witch Hunter Robin
I
from the
hated.
original lineup?
I hated Wolf's Rain, not because it
I
was
love
bad, but
Cotton
because
Hill.
it made me
The
feel bad
girls
on
of
the
Bleach were
inside.
certainly quality meats.
I just thought it was like really weird, and it just was very interesting because of that.
You know what? I don't think the girls of Bleach were attractive.
No, Rukia was supreme, dude. Just
Yeah,
top
Rukia
tier
was-
waifu material.
Rukia was like, eh. Inoue was
No.
like, eh.
No, that is useless piece of garbage.
I think
I
Fuyu
say we
only
hook
watched
Ice
Bleach
Scott
for
and force him
Inoue.
to watch all of Bleach at gunpoint.
Inoue was
Put those tiggle
completely
bitgis.
But those big
Hated
old
her.
biddies. Big titties suck.
Dude,
Fuck you,
Orihime was
Josh Orihime
garbage.
was fucking stuck.
Useless, whiny.
Fuck
God, I
you, Josh
hate
Orihime
her.
was
Frazier,
fucking
if you're
stacked.
still
That's
in the
not a...
baptizing business, I'd like you to
I mean,
drown
yeah,
my
alright,
boy.
look.
Stacked with mental retardation, I agree.
Listen, you can make the argument that because she had big breasts, she was attractive.
If you knew
If
what was
that's your
good for me,
thing.
you'd have drowned yourself
But
2
it's
days
just
after
not
you
my
was
thing.
born. Young Sakura from Naruto could also get it.
Oh, dude. If we're talking about Naruto here,
Oh,
Hinata.
I do like it when they act big.
I liked Hinata, but
Most of the women in
she
Naruto could
frustrated
get
me.
it, including Naruto.
I am the master of...
No, not the early stuff was kind of annoying, but I'm just saying like when Shippuden started,
Nah, Shippuden, she still bugged the shit out of me.
she was supreme.
And then Sakura actually did like one good
Young
thing.
Sakura with older Hinata. So,
miss me?
Oh, he
I
missed.
taste your beer. Let's blow this up.
We just gonna glance past the fuck he just said. As much as I dislike anime now, I will admit
Wait,
Renata
what do
was
you
the
mean
only
we're
anime
gonna
girl
glance
I
past
ever
what the
found
fuck you just
attractive.
said?
I like the shy
It was
types.
more like we parried what he just said.
What?
Feel this?
Slim.
The guy I chose to.
Out of position.
Huh?
Rolling.
Oh, he died. No, wait, no, he's living. Another one died.
Josh, you honestly need to finish Yu Yu Hakusho.
I mean, I want to finish Yu Yu Hakusho, but I just haven't gotten to it.
Like, I'm almost like half tempted just to go to freaking New Mexico, tie your ass down, and force you to watch it.
You know what? Just for that, yeah. Do it.
Just, how dare you?
Yes, how dare I?
You perfect blocked what Slim just said. What did I say?
You
Like-
were-
Like,
Yeah,
not even finishing like the Dark Tournament is like the most cardinal sin for me.
I mean, I watched the first part of it,
I knock you down and
Dude.
grind you into dust.
and I know what happens. I know that.
No, you need to finish it. You need to go through the whole story.
I know
You
that
can't just sit there
Yusuke
and-
actually has like some half demon thing in him,
That's further down the line.
but I know that.
Okay, everybody knows that. That anime's been out since 1992.
You said young Sakura could get it. She's like 13.
I for the sake of our friendship, Josh.
Yeah,
You need
she
to
was my
watch
age when I
this
started
shit.
watching Naruto.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
weird.
built that crush then. That is the legal age in Japan, isn't it, Jake?
No, I think Japan it's still 16. Wait, I feel like Scott would know more.
And you know how fucking
Technically,
weird
there's no
Slim
real
is.
age of consent.
Because I know that there's actual, like, businessmen that,
We're
like,
in America, mate.
date
We're rolling on the floor
high school
laughing.
girls.
And it's completely fine.
Yeah.
I heard
The only
legal
thing is
age
that
of
a woman
consent is
can't get
13.
married without their family's permission until they turn 20.
Oh, okay. Dude, how that would I don't know. I get that
Yeah, but Slim
the
will
whole
fly
thing
to
is
another
different
country to do
than like
something
Well, see,
America.
the thing is 20
But-
is an adult in Japan.
No, I know,
18.
but,
If
like,
you were
here's-
younger than 18, you'd have to have the parents' permission.
No, I get that. What I'm talking about though is like, because I know that the Japan is way different than the U.S. But it like in my mind, because I'm from the U.S., it's like
Actually, I'm not American, I'm Croatian.
it'd just be really weird if like some 30-year-old man came in and like had dinner with your family and is the boyfriend of your like 16-year-old daughter.
They're a lot more open-minded, quote unquote.
Huh?
They're more open-minded, quote unquote.
I mean, yeah, it's just so weird just to think about it.
It's weird, but at the same time,
Like, they probably wouldn't think it's weird because they probably don't think that way. You know what I mean?
Slim escapes to Japan to date his lowly girlfriend.
But it do feel like that. It
Don't
do
say
be
it like that, damn lol.
Don't say it like that.
I was about to look up the
It
legal
might
age
have
of
been up
consent
to
in
13,
Japan out
but
of
technically at
curiosity,
one
but
point
I
there was
feel
no
very
age of
weird doing
consent.
it.
Huh. Wow.
And then I think they said something about like 11 or 12, and then there's like, when I heard rumors about 13 or 16.
Just
Wow.
getting started. Can I go?
I heard that they were gonna pass a law that was like, you couldn't date a minor unless, they, and I quote, you couldn't date a minor unless they actually liked you or some shit.
Well, sure. I mean, that's technically the
So
case
does the
anywhere.
FBI agent monitoring
Hell,
you.
up until like the
I'll
early
probably never
1900s,
visit
we
Japan.
didn't Americas and Europe, they were doing that kind of shit. They were
True
marrying
that.
14-year-olds off to fucking 37, 38-year-old men.
Technically, they still do it today.
Well,
I've
sure,
seen-
but in
I've
the
seen a
United
lot of stories
States,
where
if
it's
you-
FBI
just
always
like-
monitors this channel, Jay.
in the United States, that doesn't really fly as much.
It doesn't, but I've seen stories of like 16-year-olds getting sold off to like some billionaire dude who just like fancies her, and the family's like, "Well, we're getting like $25,000 out of this." So
Hope
why
the
the fuck
FBI
not?
agent watching me is as
Only
weird as I am.
25,000?
Hope the
Fuck that.
Futanari doesn't creep them out.
Dude, I don't
Here's
know.
the twist. I'm the FBI
Those
agent.
people are retards if they sold their daughter off for $25K.
Or I don't know, maybe a cool mill.
Look, again, if you're gonna sink that low, you gotta milk it for a lot more than just a
And you
million.
bastards won't fall into my
I'm
honey
not saying
pot.
personally I would do it, but I'm just saying if you're gonna sink that fucking low, you
Well,
might
I
as
mean,
well do it.
honestly, it makes sense because if you're married to a rich billionaire, then
Sure, but that doesn't mean the
you
rich
could- you
billionaire
can
is
milk
gonna take
it.
care of your
Joy.
family.
Well, yeah, no, but like you can milk it. You can have your daughter milk it. That's the thing.
Slim
Even
is
the
in
daughter,
like
I'm
Shyamalan
like
confirmed.
99%
Bless you,
sure
Fuyu.
that they would be like, well, you're not gonna sign a prenup, you're not gonna be allowed to have anything, blah
That's
blah
true.
blah.
That could be true.
You know, you ain't gonna get shit.
Yeah, but they
It's
straight up
basically
marry
anything you-
They straight up marry off the daughter.
But I mean, if it's a genuine relationship,
The Sixth
then
Sense was a good movie.
maybe you're setting her up for a good life if they both like each other, kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, there's always that possibility. Because I mean, I don't know. Age is a weird thing. I don't think
it
age
seems
should
really
be
weird because of like the time that we're in.
Yeah, and
You
I don't
know?
think age should really play a role if you really truly like the person.
It plays a certain role at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, if you're under, honestly, 16, there's no fucking reason for you to be like, I love this 40-year-old man.
True.
You know, you're a fucking...
That movie and The Last
You're a kid.
Airbender are the
You have
only
no idea what
Shyamalan
the fuck
movies
that
I've seen.
means.
Yeah.
I never watched it through its
And-
entirety.
Like, even 16's pushing it. I mean, fuck, even 21 is pushing that fact because most people don't even understand it.
Donnie Darko was
True.
good as well.
It's
Josh,
just...
that's the argument R. Kelly made.
That's the argument. Well, I mean,
You gotta play it by kind of like ear kind of thing.
yeah, that is true. You do have to play it by ear.
Like, it's...
Like, okay, so here's the.
I
so-
would personally be uncomfortable with any kind of situation like that, where it's like, even if it was like a 30-year-old woman, like dating like my 13-year-old son or 15, whatever you want to call it, that'd be like just fucking weird to me.
It would straight up be fucking weird. But like at the same time, like if it's
I remember the
real love and
Boondocks
it's not,
episode where Riley got pissed about what happened to R. Kelly.
if it's not like, for lack of a better word, trashy, then I
But
guess
see, that's the thing though. That's it's really hard to determine that because
It is, and you do have to play it by ear.
if your kid is like say 16 and the first time they have their first boyfriend, or
What the hell
girlfriend,
would I be doing
Yeah.
in
and
the
they're
bathroom
more than
while you
10
were
years
in the
older than
bathroom?
them,
Huey Freeze.
they're not going to have any kind of actual experience with
That is true. And then the other thing
a
being,
relationship outside of a
piss on
family.
your cat.
yeah, the other
Riley.
thing being like, I wouldn't let her get married. You know what I mean? At that age, to like a 30-year-old person, like dating is one thing because dating, then they can make the choice and realize, hey, either I truly do like this guy,
Rolling on the
or
floor laughing.
what the fuck am I doing? I'm dating a 30-year-old. You know?
No, and that's fine with me, but again, it's still it tugs on like that. This kind of just seems wrong.
Yeah, like there's it makes me feel uneasy, even though I do believe that like I guess when it comes to like a certain age, for example, like if there's a 40 or a 50 or no, let's go with 60. Let's say like there's a 60-year-old lady and she's dating a 30-year-old guy. It's weird, but there's nothing
I don't have-
really wrong with it, I guess, because
I mean, the guys they're either in a relationship because they genuinely care, or one of the others getting something.
yeah, like okay, no, he won. But that's what I mean. Like, it gets really scummy if the person's underage. You know?
No, and that's kind of, I guess, ultimately what
Can't believe you and
what I
Scott are
feel
still
and think
talking
is
about
just,
age
like,
and relationships, lol.
it just feels just fucking weird and
Yeah, it
trashy
really does.
and just.
But it's because well, Mega, it's because it happens a lot in Japan, dude.
I mean, even if say someone was to like date an older man, like that, let's just say that like they'd call him a salary man, which would probably be his late
I'm not
20s,
impressed.
you know,
Yeah.
to late 40s.
You turn out to be a
Like
weakling,
the
I'll
parents
kill you.
still can kind of like call it off and say,
kill you either
no,
way.
you're not
Japan
allowed
is
to
a
do
messed
that.
up country, man.
And
Yeah.
you know, the law will, you know, basically kick in at that point and be like, no, you gotta go away.
This won't hurt me.
Yeah.
Still doesn't mean that the kid doesn't decide to run off with them and hide in some other location and, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
They do have quite interesting technology, though.
Damn, he straight up exploded the shit out of him.
I don't see how Japan is a messed up country, because anything that you find there that you could be like, that's just fucking weird, has happened here and in the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's more like
I
the
mean-
world is pretty fucking weird and messed up.
I mean, think about
and
it this way.
and can be messed up.
India does it still. They marry off children at the age of 12.
Oh, fucking China does that shit too.
But that's my point. Is like they can marry off a 12-year-old. The kid ends up getting pregnant at 12, 13, and then pretty much can't function as a human being because of the baby and having to push it out when the body is not
I'll
fully
provide
ready
all
to
the
do
support
it.
you need.
Yeah.
And they end up dying at an early age because
I'm more
their
than
bodies
ready for
just couldn't
another
take the
victory.
damage that happens to the kid.
True. But like, from what I see from a lot of like Chinese relationships here in the United States, like they hate each other, and you can tell that they hate each other, but they like live together because their parents kind of like did a deal.
What do you mean by they hate each other?
Like you can see the contempt they have for one another sometimes.
Like, well, I mean, China is one of the few countries that still practices arranged marriages.
Yep, that's what I mean. Like,
So some relationships work out great, some
Some
are
don't.
used for, you know, gain, and some.
there was one that made me laugh because it was like I can't remember the full context of it, but I remember that the person was like, so my parents
I just realized a dirty Sue joke. Imagine if Amethyst used her whip for, well, you know, autoerotic asphyxiation.
they were like, oh, my family
That would be
chose
pretty cool.
for me to date this guy, but I don't want to date this guy just because my family tells me to. But they made me they made her like or him move in with him, like they forced it kind of.
I do the thing mega.
And over time she was like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool, but damn.
EWW lol.
No.
Tears of joy.
That's the gamble you take. I mean,
Crush and crush!
Jay, you
you
funny
know, either
man.
it works out really well or it's really
But
fucked
you
up.
can entertain me before you die.
I also love how we went from talking about anime to fucking the intricacies of
Right.
marriages of the world and dating.
Oh, by the way, there is an anime that came out about marriage.
Like every fucking shoujo anime ever.
No. Oh man, my dude is not gonna survive, I don't think. But everyone's on fire.
Amethyst would probably beat Indiana Jones in a whip fight.
But what is it? Oh, it's something about like being a. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's level 44. That's right. there was something about like this guy drowning, but the mermaid saved him.
What is that? Isn't that like Seto? No, Maya or something like that?
I don't know. That's
I think we
all
scared
I
Slim
saw.
off lol.
possibly scared Slim off. Yeah.
Down to size.
Oh no, that's what it is. Seto no Hanayome.
I want a
Yeah.
challenge. Anyone
The
got one
bride,
for me?
the bride of the mermaid.
Caragor! Enough your show!
Or the dad's the fucking, what is it, like Yakuza member?
Yeah, he's a Yakuza
Probably.
boss.
Yeah, that's that anime.
You know, one that I really actually wanted to like was Nisekoi. Was it Nisekoi? Yeah, I think it was Nisekoi.
Was it the harem anime with the blonde chick and the blue-haired chick?
I remember the blonde chick with the ribbon in her hair.
And she's like the guy. Her family is a fucking Yakuza family, and the guy is also a Yakuza family.
Yeah, but like a different
They
sect.
hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked her design. I thought it was very pleasant to look at. But
Yeah.
I heard that the anime itself had no substance.
I've seen some of it. I haven't honestly finished all 3 seasons to kind of truly give it my full go of an opinion. It's maybe I'll watch it one day kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, most anime I have is kind of like that.
I saw a weird clip
Most of the anime
online
I've
from a
watched
Japanese
is
game show
I've
where
gone
one of the
through and
contests
watched
is
it
the
all.
contestants having to sing a song without getting an
just-
orgasm from a woman giving him HJ while they
Or
sing.
there's so many different kinds.
Japan is weird.
Right.
I've seen that one.
That's probably a porno, Mega. That's
I've
probably
gone that
straight up
rolling
a
on the
porno,
floor
dude.
laughing.
Think you're tough? Well, I'm tougher.
I don't know, man. You're level 15.
Oh yeah, no, that's just straight up late night porn games in Japan.
Still, they do
I
come
could
up
sing
with
solo
silly.
Chino Saddam.
That's very silly shit, though.
They do all sorts of weird shit.
I find that super funny.
I mean, there's the opposite where the women get, basically banged and they have to sing. And then there's weird shit. I think there was
I
one
saw
that
it on
was-
YouTube from one of
I
those
saw
top 10
4chan where they
videos about
fucking
weird
take, like,
Japan
toy
game show
cars and trains
contests.
and try to see if they can, pass them through, a woman's tits or something
Fuck.
as they go around the track.
That's less silly, but still funny.
There's all sorts of weird shit. Is this your boyfriend's penis and all other sorts of garbage.
You won't be getting past me.
It's still funny, though.
It's
Because who the
it's
fuck?
hilarious.
Yeah, because like, who sits there and like, dude, what if we made a contest? What if we made a game show where they have to sing, right? But like, chill, like, hear me out here, because it's like singing. That's been done before. America's got American Idol and shit. No, that's been done before. But what if we make a woman suck him dry? And the only way he wins is not having an orgasm and winning is singing.
It's actually how well you sing,
Literally.
even if you do.
My parents' room is literally alcohol.
I said HJ not BJ Josh lol.
Oh, a hand job. Oh, okay. Well, that makes
It-
things
it goes both
considerably
ways.
easier.
No, it's both ways. Some
Why
contestants
not
just get
both?
the hand job, some got the blow jobs.
Yeah, blowjob is second season.
God damn it, Josh, that's fucking silly. And it's actually how well you perform on the song. Because they have the karaoke machine and it rates your
Oh, it rates your performance.
yeah. on how close you sent it to the actual original singer.
I'm just a trifle. Nothing for you.
Have you gone to a karaoke?
Eskimos are good for nothing. I paid one
I
to give me a
don't do
blowjob
karaoke.
once. All she
Like-
did was rub her nose against my
Like, if
dress
she wanted
for
to go there and
25
sing
seconds
and
and
do
asked
whatever,
me to
sure,
pay
I'd
her.
sit
Scott
there
from
and-
South Park.
You know, play the tambourine or something. But
Right.
Josh
'Cause
at 3 a.m. shouting about blowjobs and underage relationships.
it's actually 2 a.m. where he is, and it's 1 a.m. for me.
Yeah, it's about to be 2, actually.
That's what I'm saying. It's,
No, but it's
Well,
because, like, I do want to go, but it's like, if they have nothing but Japanese songs and Japanese text, then there's really no point.
I mean,
could still
technically, I
finish
think
to
they have
that.
English songs too.
Oh.
Especially if they're very, very popular songs.
I mean, yeah,
they're
probably.
they're gonna be mostly pop songs.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Just shouting about blowjobs and underage relationships at 3 a.m.
Yeah, don't shout about blowjobs and underage relationships
My mom
at
told
3
me that
a.m.
if you want to become a lesbian, you have to lick carpet, Cartman.
My mom told me if you want to become a lesbian, you have to look at carpet.
If you sing in English, they won't know if you're bad.
Oh, they'll know. Good job, my dude.
Actually, they love English music,
That's,
so they
that's
would
not
know.
That's not how it works. Okay. Alright.
How what works.
The way the hook was, they were using some hook thing and it just didn't look right. But we're glossing over that.
I thought you were talking about the whole English singing thing.
Oh no, I know they like the American songs. Heck, some of our songs are like in their top charts.
Yeah.
My bite's worse than my bark.
Here's another dirty so Joe Garnett has those super powerful gauntlets. Now imagine if she used them to give someone a HJ.
Ugh, I hate this pop music. I mean, not.
She would rip your sack off. Yes, she would.
This'll turn you into paste.
Ah, yes. Late night allergies starting to kick in. Exactly what I wanted. No, because I might not be able to wake up tomorrow morning. Do that stream with Edge.
This'll do some
I
damage.
thought you were like gonna surprise me with breakfast or something.
No.
Here's something for
Yeah,
you.
that'd be too nice of you.
I mean, he could technically go do that
BRB
before
Buddha
he
listened to some Smashing Pumpkins.
Alright, Jay. Oh, it's because today we went out to go get crepes. And I was actually still planning on sleeping.
I just remember somebody telling me, "Hey, tomorrow we're gonna be strumming. Hey, Edge, tomorrow we're gonna be strumming in the morning, right?" And
Yeah,
I was
but then-
yeah,
Yeah, but then I was an idiot and didn't go to sleep until like 3 o'clock.
then you should have said something.
I should
You
have.
motherfuckers, I will rain
because
hellfire
we
upon
waited
you,
around
John Trump.
for- I was up at like 7 a.m. going, "I'm fucking tired because I went to bed at 5.
God damn
Wonder
it.
where Josh
You
is."
want a challenge? Fine.
And then 2 p.m. rolls around and I get the,
You
"Oh yeah,
know
hey,
it
sorry."
does in no time.
So you're gonna wake up early to do a stream?
Yeah.
Um,
10?
because it's already 2.
Yep. It is.
Also, be forewarned, Josh, I have morning duties.
You have what?
I have morning duties.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Late night duties. So, between 8 a.m. and probably about noon. Don't know when she's gonna show up and be like, I'm ready to sleep. Then during that time,
I am well aware.
there's going to be a 20 to 2 hour period where she's going to be doing nothing but talking to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I might not be in voice chat, but I'll probably still be playing.
Yeah, I know. I am aware.
Also, where the hell did Slim go?
Probably to sleep. He likes giving me shit about streaming and then just disappearing.
That boy needs to be spanked.
How did this dude go to level 40?
Actually, that should include this section. Now, sometimes I really hate dual off, and sometimes I really enjoy it.
Hate what?
I really enjoy and hate dual off.
Duel off?
Dual authorization, two-factor.
Oh, that shit. Yeah, I feel you.
Think you're tough, eh? We'll see about that.
I made a... When I made my
Send me your
fucking
best, not your worst.
Instagram, someone hacked it in like the first 2 days, so I had to enable yeah, that. But ask me if I know how to get back into it. When I switch phones, I'm fucked.
Time to dismount.
That's right, bitch. You better send that one to me.
Yo, how do you make it out of it?
Your stream said stream loading multiple games, and yet I've only seen Shadow of War lol.
Well, here's the thing. I was planning on playing multiple games. But maybe not now. Since I do have to sleep.
And then you'll end up going to bed at like 5 a.m.
Yep. They are getting randomly tougher out of
Look
nowhere.
on moves you've never seen.
Don't make me wait. Come get some.
Tooth and claw.
It's weird because they start off at like level 15 and then they blink and all of a sudden they're like level 30.
I'm heading out to night, Josh and Scott.
Alright, Night Mega.
Right, nigga.
You're starting to sound weird.
Why?
Like,
Oh no. It's just allergies.
Now let's see if you can get past me. Another victim.
Why did I have
Huh?
I just
Then you'd fuck me over?
I'm saying I saw freezing one of the animes I have on my text. I'm looking for another one.
Wait, say that again?
I'm looking through my anime, and I was looking for another one I'm gonna watch. Because I have some new season crap on there that I haven't seen yet. And then I was scrolling past one and I saw Freezing, and I was like, oh yeah, Freezing, that was an interesting anime. And then I remember that was like one of the first animes Andrew ever saw. And you know, whenever he sees boobs or something, he always has to readjust his pants because he's got a fucking hard on.
Yeah.
I just remembered him just constantly grabbing his dick and just like pulling, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna fucking ejaculate in your pants if you keep moving it around like that twice.
I remember he used to make the noise
Every time, and you're just
Yeah.
like, fucking stop.
Fucking. Where even is he now?
Somewhere. He's probably still living at the apartment that he was at.
Oh.
But all I know is that he broke up with his girlfriend and now he's all butthurt or something. But I mean, she looked like she was fucking crazy, so.
I don't doubt it.
Because, like, when I looked at her, she had, like, this look of my mother and his mom, and it was just fucking creepy.
Well, you know what they say. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You know what they say. You want to crawl back into your mom's tight room? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Not me, but maybe him.
You got that, what is it, fucking Oedipus, what is it?
Oedipus complex?
The Oedipus complex mixed with, what is it, Stockholm Syndrome?
Oh god, yes. It would be Stockholm Syndrome, wouldn't it?
Put up with his mom as long as he did and still go there and talk to her? Yeah, I'd say it's fucking straight up Stockholm Syndrome. That bitch was the craziest fucking woman I ever met.
I think I broke my game. It just won't load. Yep, it crashed.
Josh, seriously, I'm giving you a month
For what?
for you to finish fucking Yu Yu Hakusho.
Or else what?
I stopped talking to you again.
It's just an anime, bro.
Yeah, I don't care. Daniel has seen it more times than you. Eric has seen it more times than you.
Damn, even Eric?
I've made Eric watch that with me so many times. Dude, I watched that anime at least, at a bare minimum, 3 times a year.
Why so much?
It's that fucking good to me.
I'm gonna try something real quick. So I'm gonna make a lot of noise from my microphone. Maybe that will make it sound different. So where are we at? Did I lose out on all my dudes?
I still gotta put my Dragon Ball Z on here.
Okay, it did save me. Cool.
Actually, I wonder, do they actually have that shit?
What?
I can just rip it off the internet. I'm just trying to see if they have like DBZ and like English and actually in high quality. Because I didn't want to add the the DBZ stuff without like ripping basically what I have on Blu-ray. Because I wanted the actual like the best quality possible kind of thing.
Oh, you are a stickler for quality, actually.
Yeah, I really am.
Oh, now they're around 25. Okay. Okay.
You look weaker than the last glob.
I see a caragor! No cavalry here!
Get over there!
What's another good anime I haven't talked about?
Dude, there's like thousands. I could honestly, I mean, if you gave me a minute, I could probably write you up 100 of them easily.
I mean, there's Gintama. Gintama's really good.
Gintama's just great because with the amount of anime that I've watched and the amount that it does on fucking parodies on anime is just superb. One anime that I am still completely sad and disappointed about that just didn't finish because the freaking mangaka is more sick than fucking
More dead
basically.
than alive.
Well, yeah, she's got more problems than fucking what is it, Togashi, and that was D. Gray Man.
You know, I got tired of D. Grayman.
D. Gray Man was just absolutely amazing. Like, if you had read like all of the manga, you had seen all of it.
I did. And the funny thing, like,
If you're eager to die,
it was just amazing.
they were like, there's several things that I just really don't like about it.
What are you talking about? It's like it was like one of the few unique animes that
Yeah,
I'm like.
it was unique, and then it turned into the whole Naruto shit halfway through.
I have to highly disagree with that.
Not in the talky way, but in like here's your main character, and he has like some secret power that nobody knows about that is gonna come out when he needs it the most, kind of thing.
that's every shonen anime. You might as well just basically go back to the original point and just say that everything is fucking either Yu Yu Hakusho
Yeah,
or Dragon Ball Z at this
yeah,
point.
you got a point. Yeah, but the other thing is like they made such a big deal about Lena Lee
There,
getting the level up, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, guess what? It doesn't do shit.
no, it actually does.
Oh,
It
man.
actually really does. If you actually caught up to the point where the manga is, which the last chapter was released like 3 years ago.
Well, I actually did read like.
No, it's like at chapter 217 or something. And the anime ended at like between like 160 and 178, somewhere between there. I can't remember. But they start going into the story of like, you know, Alan, and they actually talk about Lena Lee and like her power up. The whole point was, at least with her power up, was going from being I can't remember the damn term that they called it. Basically, the physical weapon person to the actual parasitic user, which is what Alan was.
Subscribe.
It was basically the.
Oh, they're slim.
AMD smash
it's
that
basically
like
telling
button.
them that
Slap
the
it.
innocents can actually evolve and become more powerful. And it was the same thing in reverse for Alan. It went from being a parasitic type to an actual physical weapon type. And actually being able to cross those barriers.
Okay.
But the anime was good because it was dark. It had a really interesting storyline to it. It
God, it crashed.
actually had interesting enemies and actually like just basically interesting, I guess you could say, you know, mob trash. It wasn't just like the same, like, how do I almost want to say like a DBZ character, or like how I would say like the Shippuden shit with the whole, you know, war where they had like the stupid, what is it, tree dude, I can't remember his stupid name now, the guy that basically could pretend to be anybody, and only Naruto could basically see if they were the real one or not.
Oh.
Like, it basically wasn't that the whole time, I felt.
Oh.
Sure,
But
they
the
still
thing-
had the different
But the
levels
thing
and-
that really like sold me on not liking it is that they don't give like they give the characters reprieves of like, oh well, bad shit happened, but you can keep going, bad shit happened. But it didn't feel like they give the reader or honestly, the reader a reprieve of like, you saw all this shit going down, and there's like, they're sitting there going like, yeah, have hope, good things will happen, and you're just like, dude, like 2 chapters ago when you were having your reprieve, your best friend was murdered in a ditch. And he was like your strongest ally, what the fuck?
Yeah, that happens in a lot of animes.
I mean, it
though.
does, but it's just, like, to me it was just like, come on, let these characters have like one happy thing happen to them. Instead of like constantly being like taking L's left and right.
Yeah, but
Whoops.
it's a trope if you, because the thing is, there's so many animes out there where it's like, no matter what happens, a happy ending happens. It's kind of more unique in a sense if only bad things happen and things don't actually go good all the time. Sure, there are certain good points, like you get stronger, you team back up with people and whatever, but I mean, if it's nothing but happy-go-lucky positive thing, it doesn't really feel
I mean,
too
yeah,
interesting.
I get that. Like, I'm all for that. If you make it happy all the time, people are gonna lose interest because you're fixing all your.
I mean, it's kind of like G Gundam. G Gundam was an
Now I
actually
shall
really
witness
good
your death.
Gundam
Yeah, I actually
series.
really did like G
Souls are the
Gundam.
way of mortals.
It's just that the very end of it was so happy-go-lucky, cheesy that Daniel absolutely hated it.
I loved it. It was very cheesy though.
I loved it, and I love it even more because of how much Daniel hated it. And so it's always my favorite thing to put on just to piss him off.
Mm.
But I still think the most hated episode of any anime ever, I think, is still going to be the Inuyasha episode where fucking Kohaku fucking confesses, to that girl and says that he loves her and hugs her. Just
I mean,
watching Daniel cringe about that is like my favorite thing in the world. Because like you just see his face, you just see like this like cringe face I've never seen in another human being before, and he actually has to like put a pillow over his face and kind of like scream and go, "Oh my god, this is so bad!" And that's what really sells me. But another anime that kind of, how do I say, always took from you and only gave you partial happy times was Full Metal Alchemist.
But Full Metal Alchemist didn't. You're right though. Like you're 100% right. Because I remember that Full Metal was very like nothing good could ever happen kind of thing.
Like there were good points, but it was always just like about like knocking them down and just making them feel shittier and shittier, and hating themselves more and more. And then like even in the moment that they find reprieve, they just get knocked back down again.
But I don't know, somehow I think they managed to still get it right. They gave you like enough of a reprieve to be like, okay, like everything is shit, but it seems like they're getting like one bit of happiness right now, and now that's enough. Whereas in D-Grandma just didn't do that at all.
No, technically they did that. There were several points. I just don't think you remember it very clearly. Dude, I watched D-Grandma so many freaking times. It was kind of like, it was my whole thing with like anime back in the day was basically get caught up to the very current episode and just start from the beginning and go all the way back up again.
Yeah, well I remember it because you got me into it.
It's just, it's so good. But like, if we're gonna talk about like anime that just leaves you like speechless on how good it was, hands down every time it's gonna be Yu Yu Hakusho. Sure, the ending of that anime, the last episode, technically isn't the best.
You never knew who
Well,
I was when I
anime never
found
gets
you.
endings
So
right.
why should you not?
Anything doesn't get the endings
Never
right.
solve my mystery.
Because the thing is that what really defines something to be really kind of like speechless and good for me is that it makes me crave more. And when I say more, I mean you spend days thinking about it and just how much more they could have actually done with it. Why didn't they do that?
Right.
And it doesn't leave you with like anger. It just leaves you with just like, oh man, this would be so cool. And that's the difference between Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach. Bleach left me with unbelievable like anger
Rage.
and hatred and rage about just how bad it ended. And Yu Yu Hakusho was one of those. Full Metal Alchemist was one of them.
I really want to slice it
And
off.
what is it, Cowboy Bebop?
Another victim.
Where they just kick you in the face with shit, and you're just like, God damn it, I want more.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop was also like, it's really good and I really like it, but it did really feel very tragic. Like nothing good
Dude.
ever happened to them. But
That
it
whole
wasn't.
thing
It
was a
wasn't to the level
tragedy.
of like D. Grayman or because I know like for me it was when uh, like the whole crew kept like losing bounties that really like it made me be like, oh, this is shit. But then like they would get one or two once in a while and I'd be like, okay, this satisfies me because it doesn't mean that they're incompetent.
Technically, they never get the guy or person that they were actually intending to go after.
Yeah.
It was more of like a supplementary person, or they got kind of honestly just a payoff for being lucky or helping with something.
Yeah. Which eased it for me. Like it left me feeling like more content.
See, that really didn't bother me. It was the I think you were honestly too focused on the whole bounty thing. I was more concerned with the actual story surrounding it. Like the actual character development, who they were, what their fates were going to be, how everything ties in together. And honestly, the art style. It just... Dude, that shit blows me away. Like, if you can get me old style animation, honestly, any anime, I will take that over the newer generation hands down every time.
But no, I'm not focusing too much on like the bounties themselves. It's just like they just felt incompetent when like me as the viewer knew that they weren't, kind of thing. That's what bugged me about it.
I mean, to be honest, we also let some of the guys go.
Well, yeah, they were being like there was reasons behind those, and those aren't that bad. But there was
kind of...
but there was certainly like more stuff to it that like made me like it more than because if it was just like that, like, oh, we're the Bebop crew, oh, we constantly lose our bounties and shit like that, I would have stopped watching. But it's because I know that there's
I've seen
like
other
underlying
animes where
Hello there.
where they don't do anything positive and they're always fucking up, but they still keep trying, but it's actually a decent show.
I mean, yeah, it's just I guess the way I felt about it. But like, because I knew that there was so many like underlying characters and stuff behind it. Oh, my guy died again. That I was more entranced with it.
Trigun was another good one that kind of left me. It
Hello,
didn't
Farry,
leave me,
General
like,
Kenobi.
absolutely speechless.
Hello there. Hey, what's up,
But
Biladi?
it was actually pretty good. Tokyo Ghoul was another one. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did. I thought I'd give it like a solid like 8, maybe a 9. But
Really?
after finishing the whole thing, I actually kind of gave it more of a 9/10 because
Wait, anime or manga?
manga and the anime.
Oh, okay, because I didn't like the anime too much.
I just like hearing the voice.
The anime was actually really good in my mind. It had really good animation. It had a great story, and then when it all finally wrapped up,
Yeah,
you
fair
kind of
enough,
just
Biladi.
you kind of just felt like you wanted more. So if the story makes me feel like I want more, then I consider it a good anime.
Do you want me to bring us another blanket? Huh? That's why I'm asking. You want me to bring me another blanket? Hold on. Give me a second.
That hurt.
Like a vegetable.
Just like hearing the voice like a vegetable.
I
Biladi,
mean
it's
Stephen
like
Hawking.
hearing the robot voice like a vegetable. really cold, which is really weird because... Oh, there goes another one of my guys. It's really weird because it's not like refrigerated air, so it's not like super duper cold. Alright, I'm back, Scott.
Yes. I'm gonna delete that and just put it in here.
I mean, Stephen Hawking. I mean, at this point, that guy probably is vegetables. Because he's dead.
You ever watch Spice and Wolf?
I heard about it, but I wasn't...
It was another really weird. For me, it was like I couldn't watch it all. Like I got like 6 episodes in, and then I was just like, this just
You better not
it seems weird.
me.
Yeah.
I want a good fight.
But then like a couple years later, it finished season 2, and then I went back and you know watched it again.
There. Yeah, Spice and Wolf, I mean, I know of it.
Its story was probably about a 5 or a 6. But what really drew me to it was actually the animation. The animation was like so unique, so vibrant. It made me feel like I could like I was a part of that like age and time. And I think that's what was really good about it. It's another thing that what I really liked about D. Grayman is it made you like for me it made me feel like I was in the 18th century.
It immersed you pretty much.
Yeah, like it drew me right in, and it was good stuff. I think I have to say the same thing about Shingeki. It's another one of those ones where it had really good animation. I haven't seen all of the 3rd season on how they've animated it, but the first one was very much it drew you in. The art was amazing, and then the story would just like pull you in, and like you just kept getting more and more absorbed into it. And so it just, dude, good shit.
I don't know. I lost interest in Shinjiki no Kyojin.
Shingeki, yeah, I haven't seen the 3rd season, like I said, and it really
I haven't even seen the 2nd season. I just lost interest in it. I don't know why.
It took forever. It was a monthly release manga, and so when the 1st season ended, it was basically like 5 chapters away from the current point. So you had to wait like 3 years for them to actually have enough substance to actually make the next season. And so that's kind of why a lot of people like really lost that steam for it.
Yeah.
Because like if they had kept going all the way up until the current point of it, I mean that shit would have been like hard driven into everybody, and everybody would have just been like, we need more now, kind of thing.
What I did instead was that I jumped into like the fights, because I saw the fights and I was like, oh, okay. And I gave them props because they were like, oh, they're mimicking like how real people fight. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But after that, I was just like done.
That's fair. Overlord's
The other thing,
really good one.
Yeah, Overlord I really like. But the other thing I've been like, for example, it happened to me with Shinjiki no Kyojin and what is it, Tokyo Ghoul, where for a while anime was like unreasonably dark for no reason, or at least that's how it felt like for me.
I mean, to be
it was
honest,
kind of like how Call of Duty did that thing for a while, where they got rid of the saturation of the colors, so everything was like fucking ground gray. for a while, and that's how I felt about it. And I was like, I'm just gonna pass on these.
I just think that it was
I'll bite your head off.
those were the ones that you noticed the most,
Yeah.
because the thing is that the dark animes, like things like for example, Blood Plus. That's a 2000 between 2004 to 2006. That's right before like the starting of D-Grandman started. It was a really dark, really gritty.
Yeah, because I ended up watching it for a bit.
That one was amazing too. I loved it. Good shit. Great openings, great endings, great story, great art, interesting story. It just, all of it drew me in. Though back in the day, though, I was also a very big fan, and I'm still a big fan of it today. That, what is it? Subbing groups that actually fucking sub and karaoke the opening and ending themes with both hiragana and then, or I should just say the kana, the romaji, and then the actual English translation. If they actually do that, that's what I really enjoy too, because it helps me feel like it's more personable. Because one, you're understanding the song, two, you're actually reading the language, so you're actually learning something.
Right.
But then it's kind of like that whole complete piece thing.
Right.
A lot of people don't like doing it anymore, and I don't know why.
Nothing for you to worry about.
I mean, it's a one-time literal effort of, you know, okay, we did it, now we can just throw it in.
Yeah, because you can save the file and just go to the next one.
Well, I mean, all it is literally copy, paste, insert, what is it, timing, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, literally not an issue. It's a
I don't know.
it's a non-issue.
People are just fucking... It's all because of Funimation, and then they all bitched about it, so everybody was just like, yeah, why are we doing that?
Yeah, I heard Funimation was trying to, like, actually buy out, like, Japanese art studios that are publishing anime.
Well, yeah, because in that way they have more authority and can throw their stupid fucking dick around.
Yeah, but I don't like that. It makes me very weary. All my good guys are dead.
And there's just so much good shit. Did you ever see Mao Yu show? Or
What is it
they
in
just
English?
The shortened version is just Mao Yu. I don't know what the fucking English version name of it is.
Okay.
Look it up.
Then in that case, no.
You look like you'll be a boring fight. I always get the boring ones.
No one is a match for me.
The arch enemy and the hero is the lead name of it.
Your arch enemy is what?
Arch enemy and hero.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
That one had another really good, interesting, like, art style and story for me. Kind of constantly kind of kept drawing me in. And I'm not even talking about like a lot of the funny ones or the romance ones either. Kill La Kill was another interesting one. Even though it's complete fan service and I love it for that, its art style is very unique.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen like bits and pieces of it through like memes and whatnot. And it's very it's Studio Bones, isn't it? Or Trigger.
MSB.
No, it's Trigger. I think it's Trigger. Because I know Trigger has a certain style.
producers, well, yeah, Studio Trigger.
But
I love that. Again, this is why I really liked late 80s and 90s anime.
but yeah, that anime does have a very weird, like very good art style, and it's also very colorful.
That's the thing, though.
From what I've seen,
it's dark, but then colorful, then dark, but then the way they animate it is very good.
yeah.
It's kind of like Konosuba. Like, I fucking love the animation for that. It's just... oh, Sunday Without God. That's another really good one for me when it comes to animation and story.
Damn, this dude just died. Died hard.
JoJo is weird.
You know,
What is it? How to Not Summon a Demon Lord was good.
JoJo, I really enjoyed, actually. I've enjoyed all of the JoJo's up to this part, with part 3 being my favorite.
You ever watch Guilty Crown?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
That's another one I really like for its animation. It's the newer age of animation. Because the thing is I'm gonna use this, and I know there were a lot of fucking weebs, especially on fucking YouTube, that would argue with me on this. But
Oh, here it comes then.
they say that the newer generation of animation is better animated than the previous or older hand-drawn animation.
I actually agree with you on that.
I do not agree with that, only in the sense because I say, for example, Dragon Ball Z. I have fought so many different weebs on this, especially on YouTube and Facebook, where they're like, no, Dragon Ball Super was a way better animated version than the original. No. And I was like, you were fucking insane. The only good parts of Super that where I was like, god damn, if they made every episode like this, it would be absolutely spectacular. And that was the final fights with Jiren, where they actually had the original Dragon Ball Z artists, you know, the main dudes that drew for the later part, like basically from, I think it was like the Cell Saga up until basically the end to, you know, Majin Buu.
Yeah.
Where we had things like Super Saiyan 3, we had Super Saiyan 2, we had those really good animations. That's where the Jiren fights came in, and those were just yummy.
Yummy?
But, yes, I say yummy.
No.
Because they actually took the new style and actually ran with the original Dragon Ball Z concepts of the art instead of this weird, funky looking, like half the original muscle mass and kind of weird looking Goku throughout most of Super. Where, you know, you really didn't see like that muscle definition like they always had in like DBZ.
Right.
Like that actual like well-rounded, well-defined like muscle curvature.
Well, I mean, late DBZ, it wasn't. For example, Goku was the swollest in his fight versus Frieza on Namek. He never got that thick again.
Well, sure, if we're talking about swole, but I'm talking about like that, just that overall.
Just the way they drew in the muscle and they gave him the definition.
Like it looked super sharp, but yet wasn't. Like, what is it, I almost want to say, like, either, like, the Super Saiyan 3, like, the Super Saiyan 3 look, versus, like, and, like, the, like, Mystic Gohan look.
Yeah.
versus what it was in the new stuff versus the original. And it doesn't compare, kind of thing, you know?
Right. But I think at the same time, it's not just them.
It's them using newer techniques and newer styles of animation to mass produce anime and skimp on the quality. That's
the
mainly
thing,
what I'm angry about.
I don't think it's just that, because we've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of animators complain that, like, there's not enough animators. So a lot of the stuff gets, a lot of the quality drops just because they have to keep pace, because they'll have, like, a single animator having to do, like, 4 episodes kind of thing for, like, 4 different series, and that's when it becomes a problem. I think that's why the quality of anime is so low right now, because you got one person doing so much work. I mean, it's always been like that, right? But it's gotten to the point where now it's just there's more consumption and less people working to...
But see, that's the thing though, is I don't care about them taking their time to produce the episodes if they give me high quality shit every time, because the whole point of them going to this digital age was to
conserve
be
time.
able to conserve time and produce higher
quality, yeah. And I get
but
that.
They're doing the exact opposite. They're giving us more.
But that's
less.
the thing. Like, what is the actual animator, and what is the like? When is it the animator or the company? You know, is it the animator who's doing it?
It's going to be the company, because the company's like, get this shit out now.
That's what I mean. Like, it's
they're not giving them time.
Issue, not the animator. And
Like,
that's what my issue with it is, honestly.
Like, if you're gonna do an anime, they need to stop doing it week by week, being like, okay, we're pushing out this new anime. Okay, you have a week to create the next episode, or you're fucked. And it's just like, no, you guys should make the anime, take a year and say you're going to announce it and be like, hey, we're releasing this anime. Because they're only doing 12 episode stints. In a year, you have a whole month to work on something. And if you put 2 or 3 people on the damn episode, you're going to have enough. I mean, even at a bare minimum, you're going to have a higher quality chance of it actually coming out good versus being like, oh, fuck, I got to get this done now.
Right.
And I don't know. I get really butthurt when I see shit like that, dude.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get the same way, too. That's why I'm not very happy with the companies that are, like... Because you could easily just give your studios more animators, but they just choose not to.
Because, like...
Or more time.
Like, when you get certain animes where, like, for example, Kyoto Animation, when they actually did Violet Evergarden, like, my god, I still think even to this point, I can say it's probably one of the best drawn animes I've ever seen.
Let's see.
Like, everything. It's basically them taking movie quality production and time and putting it into actual anime episodes. So like Your Name or Weathering You or any of those super popular ones where they have like those really vibrant colors and skies and details, and it for a lack of a better term, it feels real, but it's an anime. When it comes to like the movies, they actually put that kind of quality and effort into the anime itself.
Right.
So when you get the actual, Blu-ray, HD version of that anime, it just oh my god, dude. Like, people, like, individually drawing blades of grass and actually giving them, you know, like, the details in, like, the blade of grass where, like, it has different colors, different, like, dark marks and shadings. You know, it just... When you have, like, that level of quality of detail to things,
Yeah.
It just makes things so much better. Like, that's what I'm honestly expecting current day animators to be doing, and they're not providing that almost at all with like 90% of the anime.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually still worried of Gata. What is it, Funimation? Or...
Yeah, if they get their fucking hands on, they're gonna make it 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, they are. That's why I'm so worried about it, because, like, they can just be like, oh, well, we want to just get paid, so fuck it.
Because... What is it? I'm trying to think. The other thing that really bugs me in a lot of newer anime is, sure, in the older versions of anime where you get everything hand drawn, they would always show, like, you know, a mass group of people going. They were usually figureless or like low quality. You know what I mean? Like a black outline, and then you just see them kind of trudging through on the sides or whatever. Like, sure, they did that, but nothing irks me more than when I'm watching the two, let's say, like the two main characters walking down the street or into school or whatever, and then everybody that is passing them is fucking 3D robot animations. Where they have like that clunky, chuggy, weird ass fucking walk and animation. You can tell that the two in the middle are actually hand drawn versus like a 3D rendered model that's just been placed into like the scene.
Yeah.
And they're just walking, because then it just looks like a very, how do I say, like cheap 3D rendered movie.
Yep.
And that shit just, oh my god, I hate that so much. Like, it almost gets me to the point where I get so angry I don't even want to watch the episode. Because it's bad. It's like straight up just bad.
That said, I am very
It's almost
happy
just
to
like
tell
somebody
you
doing
again.
the hey hey mom faces.
The what?
Let's see. Where you basically get this. Like whenever they show an anime character that just has a face like that.
Hold on. Face like what? Where did you put it?
Meme the bean.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's supposed to be kind of like a comedic effect,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're just doing that because it would be easier to do that than to actually, you know, animate, you know, a couple different faces and a couple different hairstyles and just swap them across all of the characters.
Yeah.
And just have those. But I weed out too hard sometimes, I guess.
I mean, we all kind of do sometimes, especially when we really like the medium. Churro does that a lot with music too.
Well, I mean, it's understandable when you see something that has a lot of potential and they're just fucking wasting it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one of them that kind of got it right, I don't think I noticed it, was Demon Slayer. They had at least a couple of scenes where they had, like, a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that fucking garbage 3D rendered model walking by the characters.
Actually, yeah, I don't remember seeing any... I think Demon Slayer is one of the nicest looking animes I've seen this year.
It's definitely one of the better ones. I don't know. Like, I'd probably have so many fucking weeds up in a panty bunch right now if they heard me talking about half this shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, and it happens a lot too. Like, what is it? There's a YouTuber named Donkey, and he did a review about Final Fantasy VII. He was saying how he didn't like it. And everyone just like jumped on the hate wagon of him, and they were telling him how he was like such a shitty person and stuff just because he didn't like it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing if you're talking about fucking Undertale or fucking...
Yeah, just fan bases sometimes can be just so ridiculous about shit, which no one cares about.
I don't know. Like, I can honestly say I'm a connoisseur of anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's about animation, it's about the story, it's about the quality. And if one of those is just bad, then it should be recognized as bad in my mind, because they're ruining the potential of what the actual thing was. Because it has a great story, and it has really good characters, but in your animation shit, you ruin it. And if you take any of those other ones and ruin it, because Bleach is a great example. I love the art style, especially in the later stuff. I'm talking like post-bound art. When you actually got into the actual like visors, and you were actually in that area. It had really great animation.
Yeah.
Especially when Ichigo was fighting like Rinjo.
Yeah,
Really
I
good
actually
stuff.
remember that fight. It was really good.
Like, that stuff was great.
Yeah.
But then they went and ruined it with story.
Do your worst.
Animation was great, characters were great, story was ruined.
Yep.
And you see me shitting all over. I hate to see wasted potential like that. It just...
Yeah.
And I still bitch about Rumio Takashi too, with Inuyasha. Like, I preferred the hand drawn for the original series, and I got really pissed off when they switched from hand drawn to computer generated. That was what, season, I think, 5?
Yeah.
Basically, it was like around like 100 and like, what is it? I think it was like 98 or 99. They all of a sudden went from having hand drawn and went and switched it to what basically anime is now.
Yeah.
And that just really pissed me off. Like, it still pisses me off to this day.
Ranma 1/2 was one that I actually really liked.
Yeah, but see, but it didn't have like these like drastic changes happen to it as well.
Yeah, true.
Because like, as soon as it went to that computer generated shit, or like where they were drawing it on the pad and like basically doing it on the PC,
Uh-huh.
it like you noticed like straight up how quick like the quality went. Like the way that the like Inuyasha was drawn, the sword was drawn, how the characters looked sometimes, how their eyes were weird, sometimes their face was weird.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know, like it threw me for a loop, and I hated it so much. And another thing is the backgrounds for hand drawn
Uh-huh.
are vastly different than the computer stuff. But I'll argue that the one that came closest to like how I felt like Inuyasha and like Yu Yu Hakusho had like their gritty dark backgrounds, and how like it always kind of gave you that weird, I call it a weird sense. Was things like the Gray Man. Like it was like the first anime that I saw that kind of reminded me of the old style, and like how like the first like basically 99 episodes of Inuyasha. If you know what I mean. Like where they had it at night, it had like that really dark contrast. The colors were deep, and then it always seemed like it had like that just weird like haze and just look and feel to it. And so I think that was another big reason why I kind of hold Deviant in a higher regard than this. Is because that kind of shit's harder to pull off with CG or computers at this point.
Yeah.
That's why I like even though it really wasn't like the superest of bestest of animes, it was Cyber City 808. Even though Daniel told me to watch it as like a fucking joke, because it was just a bad story. The cyberpunk feel to it actually felt like legit cyberpunk. It had like that, like I said, like gritty feel. And so I really liked it for that. And so I don't know. I guess I'm just a super weed. Josh, you're not talking.
I am talking. I just fucking can't breathe right now because of the allergies.
I guess Claymore technically was another one of those ones that pulled it
I
off.
could not stand Claymore, honestly.
See, I didn't think I'd like it,
Uh-huh.
and I honestly kind of didn't. I didn't really appreciate it until I rewatched it again.
Yeah,
And that was
because
back
I
in
watched it and it was
February.
just so pointless, it felt.
Technically, yeah, because there's no second season, there's no continuation of the story, so you kind of just feel
Like you
what
wasted
the
time watching
fuck?
it.
But technically, I think the manga finished, and I don't know. I just came to appreciate the art style and just the way it felt.
No, yeah, it's because for me it was just like, okay, so power scaling is a big issue for it, to me.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that was an obvious glare.
Because it's just like, oh yeah, well, they are... The more they tap into their monster side, the less they can make it back. Alright, cool, I'll buy into that. But then... They put him up against monsters that, like, have no
Kind of-
chance... They have no chance of winning unless they go full. And then they become the problem when they start killing everyone.
No, I agree in a sense.
So I was just like, this is stupid. Like, they put in place of the logic of like, well, we need to do this so that we can protect the other people, but then they know full well that they themselves become a problem. And I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
It was like a gap in logic kind of thing.
No, there were definitely problems with it. I'm not saying that like it was like a world-renowned anime and it should be ranked like 9 or 10. I'm saying it's a solid 7. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. I appreciated the artwork. I appreciated the story. Not like the power scale or like anything like that, but like what they were doing with it, I guess you could say. I appreciated those factors, but there was definitely problems with it. There was definitely things I would have loved to have them actually improve on, kind of thing. But it's kind of like what can you do, because there's no second season. You don't say, for example, learn that what you saw was like those people that ended up losing control of their powers were just, you know, weaker ones that really just didn't train hard enough. Where like the main chick in it, she's, you know, one of more of the elite who can actually tap into, say, 100% of their demon power or whatever, and not be corrupted. And so you don't get that factor like you say you would with like, it's like a longer running standing series that had something similar to it.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we're gonna pull it back to this, Bleach. I mean, technically, we saw plenty of them that had the hollow transformation, and they ended up losing their minds and becoming nothing but savages, but you have unique individuals like Ichigo and them who actually were able to overcome that because they were strong enough.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was 100% okay with that. It actually made it more interesting. So, that was just the sad thing.
Yeah.
I'm still so ass hurt about it, dude.
About Bleach?
Yes. It was so good, dude. It was so good.
And then it just like...
And then it just went into this, what the fuck? And I will always go back and just say, why did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if the fucking manga studio, you know, Kodansha and them were like, no, you have like 6 months to wrap this up. You know, or else we're gonna cancel it or whatever. Then like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna finish the story the way it's intended. And, you know, whatever the weebs want to fight with, you know, with me on this. But he had, I felt like he should have expanded the story probably to, honestly, 900 chapters. Like, I think he could have actually gotten a better story out of it if he had done that. Because then he could have actually filled up plot holes. He could have, you know, actually told you, or like, you know, explained things and like actually gave you relevant information instead of this, oh, he's dead, story doesn't make sense here, we're gonna throw this really random thing here, oh, okay, the show's over, bye. Like, it just, oh, it was frustrating.
Oh, I can imagine. It does seem very frustrating. This guy would just leave me the fuck alone.
I think I'd been reading the manga since like 2000, 2001.
Uh-huh.
And I'd started the anime up in like 2005.
Yeah.
So like, when I just 2015 or whatever was just disappointing to me. Because you spent like a decade just watching something. It's like watching like Dragon Ball Z going from a fucking, you know, Super Saiyan to fucking, what is it, magical girl anime. It's about like the best I could equate sometimes. And just watching it just unravel before you. Did you ever watch Dr. Stone?
I did. It was actually one of my favorites.
That one was actually pretty damn good. Like,
One of my favorites of the new season, actually, yeah.
like one of the newer stuff, like I thought that was gonna be dumb, to be honest. It looked dumb. Going off of like the every weeb on the internet posting the fucking look at it's Dr. Stone, and I'm like, this kind of looks dumb.
Yeah.
But then you go and you watch it, and you're like, oh fuck, this is good shit.
Yeah, I really like how they go into depth about like everything and how like everything actually would work.
I mean, they give a plausible scenario, but I don't know if everything that they did would work. But I mean, they tried to make this like as realistic as possible to show you that like how difficult it would be if we had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
But thank God there was someone smart enough to do it.
Oh my god. I didn't expect them to come save me. Good man.
I need to catch up on things on that.
It's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about Gintama. Every like 100 episodes or so, they're just like, alright guys, sorry, but we're actually going to be ending. We're no longer going to be here anymore. Fuck you guys, we're tired of this shit. And then like 6 months later, like, hey, I got a new season out. What's up, bitches? You're just like, god damn it.
I feel it's because they keep getting they keep expecting to lose, but then they end up getting re-signed.
No, it's them making jabs about animes being cancelled and shit.
Oh.
And shitty endings to anime. Like that's straight up what the mangaka is doing, and I love it.
The fucking gorilla thing, dude.
Yeah, that's my other favorite thing. I still think one of my favorite episodes is the Bleach episodes. Every time he makes fun of Bleach, it's just my favorite. Like it used to be somewhat funny, but now it just holds an even deeper, like special place in my heart because of it.
Yeah. The one that I've noticed it's been like popping up a lot recently has been the lollipop gag. Where it's like, oh sensei, your lollipops, or no, hey sensei, you're not supposed to smoke. And he's like, oh, I'm not smoking. This is just a lollipop. I'm just sucking on it so hard.
It's just was it a little candy? I just like, god damn it.
Just sucking on it so hard that it's smoking, I think is what he said.
Yeah. I still think my favorite like mini run series that they have throughout the show is the hard-boiled egg man.
Oh yeah.
You look hard-boiled, you're just like, you fucking idiot.
The one I fucking really loved too was the Dragon Ball Z parody, but it was like
when they're on the island.
No, I'm talking about the slimy ball one.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that when Ichigata has to go. He's trying to find everybody or something.
No, he's trying to find smokes is what he's trying to find, because they're like...
He's trying to find a place... No, that's right. He's trying to find a place to smoke. When it's the Noodle Dama.
Yeah. And then they're just like, nope, this is the last... This is the last one. You need to make a wish to the 7 gooey balls.
I like how they're making fun of it too. I think my other favorite one with the DBZ stuff is when, what is it? They go and they get trapped on that island, and so they all think that they're alone on a deserted island, and so they're all practicing the Kamehameha. They all think that they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the Kamehameha, and you see them, and you're like Gintoki's just the best. You're like, like that. You're just, and like everybody's just looking at him, and he just like,
He like
I wanna
skeeks
die.
away kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's got like his hands in his face and just, I want to die.
This is so embarrassing. I want to die.
Yeah, pretty much. It was good shit. Zuda is another one of my favorite running gags too.
Zura Janai Katsura desu.
That guy calls himself a Captain Katsura or something like that too. But the funny thing is that even though this anime is like totally like just like 99% trolling,
Yeah.
they have like some of the most badass fight scenes I've ever seen.
True. They do put a lot of work into their shit when they need to.
I still think that my favorite one is the four liters of kabukicho.
Uh-huh.
And what is it? They and they all think that was one of the. I think it was Otai, not Otai, but the old lady. They all thought that she got killed or whatever. And Gintoki just loses his fucking shit and just starts going ham on the Yakuza guy.
Yeah, I remember
Dude,
that
was,
one. That was one of my favorite fights. As a matter of fact, actually, that's the last time I saw. That's the last arc I saw of Gintama.
Yeah, that dude just. That gave me tingles behind my penis kind of thing. It was that
Tingles
good.
behind the penis.
Also, the Dragon Ball Z episode where they're like, what is it? It was the how do we get more people to watch our anime? It was like episode 51.
Yeah.
And
Don't walk away, you ass! Damn it!
and then you have
Now I
fucking
to
what
kill
is
this
it?
guy.
The gorilla dude. Who's,
yeah. They were doing a shadow of it, right?
Yeah, and basically he's playing all the DBZ villains, and Otai is basically Goku and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Neil Armstrong cannon, dude. I love the Neil Armstrong cannon. You don't remember what I'm talking about, do you?
I'm trying to remember now.
It's basically it's the episode where they make the snow figures,
Uh-huh.
and they're supposed to have judges come out there, and all they've got is this Neil Armstrong cannon, which is just two giant balls, and then a long shaft, and then basically an uncircumcised penis, and with just a giant hole, and they're just like, this is the Neil Armstrong cannon, and everybody's like, that's just a fucking penis.
I remember that now, yeah.
And they're like, no, it's the Neil Armstrong cannon. And then one of the judges comes up and is like, yeah, that's the Neil Armstrong cannon. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good.
Shit, I don't have anything good. Oh wait, no, this is actually pretty good. I'm getting my ass handed to me. I'm too low level now.
I think it's just too fucking good.
Yeah,
Were you
that's
ever a
what I'm
fan
saying.
of How to Not Summon a Demon Lord?
That sounds familiar. That sounds very familiar, honestly.
It's with the cat girl and the elf. And the dude who's basically gets pulled into the isekai thing.
Oh, no. Because the only isekais I've seen have been Shield Hero,
Tate no Yusha's pretty good.
and Slime.
I haven't seen Slime yet. Everybody tells me that's really good.
There's moments where I feel like it gets pretty fan servicey, but they usually tend to keep it low.
To be honest, the more fan service, I think, makes it kind of a better anime.
Oh, really?
Because I guess you could say I'm very old school when it comes to anime, where they always did that, oh, I tripped on my foot or on a banana or something like that, and I fell on the girl's tits.
Yeah.
Because it's so far-fetched that it's hilarious.
I mean, for me, it's more like I don't know. It's gotta be done right, because sometimes it's just done like overly done, and then it's just like I lose interest. Or done wrong, honestly.
I guess you could say it's more of like the typical ecchi anime. I guess I should say. Like I'm a very big fan of it. Like sure, if you're talking about like just like basically we're like they're both like naked and fucking, and it's just like why the hell is this happening kind of thing. Sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a fan of that, but like where it's just like random stupid antics, and then all of a sudden, you know, like the guy walks past the girl and she freaks out because he accidentally touched her, and somehow she freaks out and she, like, moves back, and he ends up touching her ass or something. Like that to me is just hilarious.
I think what was it that was very much like that, and I was like,
I don't know. I'm very much for.
I think there was one about like there was an isekai one actually where it's like he goes in with his mom.
Oh yeah, I got done watching that one. Do you love your mom?
Yeah. And I saw like one episode, and that one seemed to be like really like over the top ecchi.
No, it's not ecchi at all. Like they had one episode where there was a slime episode, but like other than that, like there wasn't really.
I don't know, man, because I saw the one part.
You don't get panty shots. You don't get like nipples or anything like that.
No, because the one I saw was there was like
I
a
just
slime.
got done watching it.
There was like a slime thing that happened, and then they all like the son slips on the mom, and then the mom's like naked because it like dissolved her clothing. Or
Yeah,
something.
that was episode 2.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
And that was a 5-minute segment of episode 2. The rest of the show is just random antics of having to see his mom in a typical anime like subplot, which is they end up going to school and his mom ends up becoming a student there, so she ends up in a beauty contest, and everybody's wanting her to win, and basically like all of the guys in the school are asking his mom out, and he doesn't want to have to see those scenes. You know, guys falling in love with his mom and seeing the confessions. You know, stupid antics like that. Like it wasn't like, you know, oh look, I fell over and pulled down my mom's, you know, bikini, and there her tits, and her nipple just smacked me on the fucking face, you know, kind of thing. It wasn't anything like that.
God, there are just so many people. Should probably just run away.
Oh yeah, that's another one I really want to watch. I think that's gonna be my next one because of the animation. What little bit I saw of it.
Which one?
Somali to Mori Kami-sama, which is Somali and the forest spirits. It had a really good. It was very prettily drawn, and it seemed like it had a decent story.
I don't know, a lot of anime have gone the isekai route this
That's
few
the
years.
shtick, though, dude. I'm gonna say every 5-ish years, or up to 10 at most, you're gonna see a shtick, which is, you know, herkadurka, we're gonna go to isekai kind of thing. Like, what is it, early 2000s? It was heavily vampires.
Yeah, that's
Until
true.
like 2007, 2008. And then, like, demons will always be popular. That's just a given. But then, I think there was even a phase of like, I think in the mid 2010s, and early 2010s, where you just had like super overpowered characters, and like they knew they were overpowered characters.
Kind of like, what's it
Like
called?
Overlord, for example, is kind of where the shtick kind of ended.
Oh, true, Overlord. Yeah.
Because Overlord was just basically him going, snapping his finger and everyone fucking dies.
Yeah, because there was Overlord, and then there was also the one that came to mind first was overly cautious hero.
Oh yeah, that was actually, I really liked that one too. I'm like, the whole isekai thing doesn't really bug me, especially when like it's kind of in that situation where they're just like fucking like, hey, what's up, gone. I'm kind of really okay with that, because I usually get really tired of the whole like Bleach cliche. Okay, I got a little bit stronger, but I'm still pretty useless.
What is
Okay,
it?
get a little bit more stronger.
Rise of the Shield Hero was kind of like that too, where he was very powerful, but he didn't know. That's the main difference to me.
That's the big thing, is that he didn't know how strong he was.
Yeah.
And I think that was another really like nice thing about it. It was just like, holy fuck, this dude's crazy fucking strong. And everybody else thought that he was going to be the lesser of everyone. But no, Bone Daddy had it right, dude. Like the way that the way he just comes in and is basically Saitama, but in a very calculated way. And it's just like, oh, you want to fuck with me? That's nice. Boom. Oh, you think you're strong? Oh, that's the strongest you are? Here, let me show you how it's actually done.
God damn.
I fucking love that.
These one punches are really great though. I'm really enjoying them.
Yeah.
You see it? Where I'm just like, and then they just die, and then they go flying.
Yeah, but they also make them terrifying too, though. That's another great thing that I actually liked about it. Because like, what is it? Like the other typical like, animes where like he's overpowered and like no one can beat him. Like, it's generally like a few people know, and it's usually like his friends or like the enemy that kind of like threw them into that situation. They're like, oh fuck, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We got to be careful now. Where with like Bone Daddy, he walked in and he was very calculated, he was very secret. But then he's like, you know what, now's the right time. And then he just walks out and he's just like, hey everyone, guess what? Y'all think you're tough, watch me just kill about 250,000 people with a snap of a finger.
Just because I felt like it. Just a bit.
Yeah, just because I fucking felt like it. And you told me to give you some slightly impressive magic. And I'm like, here you go, this is one of my spells. And you're just kind of like, oh, fuck.
Have you seen Isekai Quartet?
Isekai Quartet?
I think that's what it was called.
I know there was something called that. Now it's gonna bug me because I think Are you talking about like the Yozakura Quartet, or do you mean a different one?
It's the one where it's I think it's the dude from ReZero, it's the dude from Konosuba, it's also Bone Daddy, and
Well, what do you mean by Bone Daddy?
yeah, like Ainz.
You mean they're like that, or do you mean like they're produced by the same people?
No, like they're all in the same. It's like they all get isekai'd again, and then they're all going to school. But it's like a crossover, so it's Ainz, the guy from ReZero.
Oh, you mean the Isekai World Quartet thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't watched that.
It's got some haha moments. Well, it's mostly just meant to be funny. But it's got some like it's got some moments where even I was just like, haha, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I saw that. It's all chibi stuff, dude. I don't do anime that's like chibi shit like that.
Yeah, I know you don't, but like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying is like some of it really like, it's comedy, and that's why like, I don't know.
Nah, dude, that's not my kind of comedy. Like, honestly, if I'm gonna go down the comedy route, usually it has to be like a romantic comedy. Like, that's my type of thing.
But there's this one part in it, cause yeah, it is chibi drawn, but there's this one part in it where Aqua meets Ainz. Like Aqua from Konosuba meets Ainz from
Yeah, from Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy, and then Aqua's just like, ah fuck, he's an undead. And she's just like, yeah, that's not right, so I'm gonna have to purify him. And so Aqua's just like, oh yeah, I'll just use, I think it was like Purify Undead or something like that.
Turn undead.
Yeah, and then she does it, and then Ainz is like, oh fuck, that actually fucking hurt. And he's about to go like hard on her, but then what's his name? The main character from Konosuba.
Kuzuma?
Is that
That's
him?
what they call him. Well, they call him Kuzuma Gesuma. His name is actually Kazuma.
Yeah, Kazuma. Kazuma just comes in and just slaps the shit out of her. And is just like, yo, dude, I'm sorry if she caused you any problems. She's like really fucking stupid.
She is.
And then he just leaves like that. And then Ainz is just like, ah, that's fucking funny as shit. I didn't even know that a mere human could make me feel this pain. When in reality, like, the end of the gag is just that, like, Aqua's a goddess, so that's why she has the higher, like, she has a fuck ton of power. But she's just so fucking stupid.
Isekai Quartet.
Or another one where, what is it? They're gonna be late to school, so the guy from ReZero is being carried by some chick. And he's just sitting there going like, oh man, this is not manly at all. I'm feeling kind of like, I feel kind of shitty. And then they're like late, right? So they're running. And they catch up to Darkness and Kazuma. And Darkness is carrying Kazuma because they're late. And Kazuma's just there like, yeah, this is normal. Like, I'm okay with this. I don't know. It's got some moments to it. Alright, I've been going the wrong way. I'm trying to find this.
Something just moved over there.
Okay, at least that's funny.
What? Were you watching the one thing?
That part?
Yeah. The one with the turn undead thing?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Konosuba will always hold a special place in my heart. That's pure comic gold.
There it is. The part that's like from Konosuba that's been like popping up a lot in my feed recently has been the one where he's like with Megumin.
Oh yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah, where he's just like, oh, good morning. Did you sleep
That-
well?
You've got to watch that. Dude, it's so fucking funny.
I saw the clip for it. Like, I don't think I'll be able to watch the entire movie, but I did see the clip for it.
I have it,
Well, I know you have it.
so watch it. Stop doing this to me, Josh.
It's because I don't get a lot of time to myself, honestly.
I need a fellow weeb. I don't get to talk to anyone about this shit. Like, no one. Ever.
Yeah, you are. In all your
Like,
decomposing
this is the most I've talked about anime or anything relevant to it in like forever. Like, no one just gets it.
No one.
Because like, who can I talk to about this? Like,
Daniel?
Daniel doesn't like 99% of the animes I watch. And I honestly mean it.
Andrew?
Andrew only likes fucking basically just porn.
He's a coomer.
Like, I don't get to talk to people like about like Hayao Miyazaki. I don't get to talk to people about like a broad spectrum of anime. It's always like this like tiny niche little like I like these three isekai animes, which is always Sword Art Online and Sword Art Online.
You know, I actually really did Sword Art Online in the beginning, and then in the second season I was just like, this is not good anymore.
Like, I just, I'm not that lucky anymore. I don't, like, none of my siblings like the same shit I do. I mean, Jonathan's probably the closest, but, and my dad, oh my god, I don't even want to get started with
I thought he
him.
became a weeb.
He's a new weeb, and his favorite genre is fucking magical girl.
You know, I'm not gonna say I'm surprised.
Like, if it has the following, if it has a magical girl in it, and if they sing, like, that's his shit. Or if it's just straight up fan service anime. Those are like his three categories.
I need to kill this dude. Just
So
doesn't
like,
let
for
me
example,
kill
I
him.
can't say Ghost in the Shell, and people are like, yeah, I fucking remember Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell was fucking amazing. Like, I don't get that. I can't be like Naruto, and people are like, yeah, I really liked it. I hated these parts. It's either Sasuke or, you know, fucking Sasuke's dick. XX Sasuke forever, XX69, 420, YOLO swag.
Wow, I guess I won't talk to you about Naruto.
You're a fucking Sasuke weeb. The most annoying character.
Yeah, he was pretty annoying.
Like,
honestly, he's less annoying in Boruto, but Boruto is kind of...
Well, sure, I can actually stand him in Boruto. I actually kind of think he's neat in Boruto.
Yeah.
But, like
Like,
all
I
the way
like
up
him
until the
better.
ending...
Like, beginning of Naruto, he was good. Medium part of... Like, in the middle of Naruto, he was...
No.
And
From,
then,
like,
Boruto, he's... Like, I like him more in Boruto.
I could not stand him from the very first episode of Naruto. Like, I fucking hated him. That's why I gave you that stupid fucking, what is it, meme with Kishimoto. And how, what is it, that big old long subtext at the very end, it was Kishimoto waking up and going, and he's like, and then you see, what's wrong, darling?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. You showed it to me, actually.
Yeah, that's Naruto in a nutshell. And that's almost like 90% of Naruto fans in a nutshell.
I don't know. I liked Naruto in the beginning. Shippuden was alright.
I quite liked Shippuden better than the original.
Um,
I like the original Naruto stuff.
the original Naruto was good until
I liked it for the filler.
the filler. They just
No,
added way too much filler.
I honestly skipped all the filler.
I mean, yeah, you had that luxury, but I was watching it when it came out.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up watching Naruto until like they were already at like Neji's death scene in the anime.
Oh shit. I didn't even see Neji's death scene. I actually gave up on Shippuden. The only things like that I came back to watch because I felt like it needed to, like for closure, I guess, was the fight with Might Guy and Mada.
Yeah.
And then from there I was like, well, I'm already here, might as well finish it, and then I just watched the ending.
Yeah, the sad thing is I have almost 400 titles on my server. And just by scrolling through these, I can tell you which ones my dad has watched and which ones I know never watched.
Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. God damn it! I really need to kill this guy. He's humiliated me.
Be a weeb with me again.
Be a weeb with you again? I mean, I wish I could.
You've got nothing to do from basically the time.
Well, right now,
leaves
just
for
because of the
work.
stupid the stupid virus bullshit. But honestly, like, my days are pretty busy.
Fuyu till she comes home is basically your free time.
Yep. Have you?
You could literally fit an entire anime in
I mean,
that time
I
bar.
haven't completely like stopped watching anime. I think the last anime. What was the last anime I saw?
You interrupt the wheels of justice, and now justice will be what you get.
I think it was like Unlimited. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Unlimited, something Unlimited. I can't remember. I think it was like, had something to do with money.
See the unlimited possibilities.
No, I saw that one. That one's old. This one I'm talking about is actually pretty new. It's barely like its second episode. I think it's like,
Oh, if you're watching like new shit, I haven't seen that. Also, I'm gonna take a piss, but you can keep talking.
oh, okay, well, fine.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to reply because it'll be away from the microphone.
Oh, I'm just trying to remember what it's fucking called. Is it unlimited? What is it called? Something Balance Unlimited. God damn it. I'm gonna have to like check it because it's pissing me off.
Got a synopsis for me? Maybe I can tell you the name.
Basically, it's about a guy who works in the police, and he gets a new partner, and his partner is like a billionaire,
Yeah, I don't know that one. Is it a new season anime?
Yeah. Oh, Fugo Keiji, Balance Unlimited.
Oh,
But yeah, basically the guy has like stupid levels of money.
it says that the anime finished.
What? I've only seen like 2 episodes.
Oh, there we go. Wait, episode 3 is airing in 83 days?
Hold on, say that again?
It says the next episode's going to air in 83 days.
Oh, I guess it's one of those monthly releases.
Due to COVID-19, the broadcast will restart summer 2020 on July 16th.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck this guy.
Is this how your family saw you last? Sniveling and bending the knee to whoever comes along? Come on, get up! Take!
I need to hurry and finish Plunderer.
Huh?
I want to watch Plunderer.
Plunder?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this guy, dude.
Don't give up! You never amount to anything!
I actually might pick up BNA too.
DNA?
B Bravo.
What's that one about?
21st century, the existence of animal humans came to light after being hidden in the darkness of history. Michiru lived life as a normal human until one day she suddenly turned into a Tanuki human. It's got a very interesting art style. It's made by Trigger. So I'm probably going to have to pick that one up. It actually finished. I'm probably going to go see if I can just straight up throw it on there.
Trying to remember what other one. I'm kind of interested in seeing that one I told you about the other day with the dudes.
Been dreaming up ways to cut you down. Allow me to show you.
That turns into like a fucking animal costume, and then the chick wears him. Because I'm getting a lot of what is it, Mirai Nikki vibes, which I honestly really like that anime. Fuck this guy and this stupid fucking pain in the ass.
I'm finally going to sleep. Finally, it's damn near 6 a.m. here.
Oh, damn. Yeah, good night.
That's what I get watching long as Christian documentaries.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. Good night, Jay.
Too good for you.
I finally finished all of it. Now I'm
Do it
caught
in a
up for
bit,
his
chill.
weekly uploads.
I'm gonna Fuyu.
Because you're the one that's gonna to it.
I know. Huh?
So far the documentary just hit 2011, so there's about 10 more years worth of story for him to cover. This is a long as series.
Crusher! Crusher! Crusher!
I really don't have time for him. This Crusher, man. 2011? Barely? Damn. He's immune to execution? That is gonna be really fucking annoying. Why? You're good. I'm dead. Why is this shit after me? God. Fuck.
It's fucking
Well, at least it was the
Oh
ground.
yeah, did you know that they're re-airing the original Digimon?
Yep. I thought it was a remake. I didn't think it was a... that they're
basically
re-airing.
they're remaking.
Hmm. Yeah, me and Fuyu were watching Try. I don't think we finished it, actually.
I'm trying to finish up Nanatsu no Taizai
Which one?
7 Deadly Sins.
Oh. That one's done?
The 3rd season is.
Oh. That one just gives me too much One Piece vibes.
Not at all. I love that anime. I'm like fucking One Piece, which I personally find to be a pile of shit.
So it
There's
falls
another
to
year.
me to put you down. Typical.
Alright, I'm gonna go into hardcore concentration mode, so I'm not gonna talk for a bit.
Why, Josh? Funny one.
It's mostly because I'm tired of dying to this asshole.
Never saw it coming, eh? My order. Whoever did this.
No. Oh my god, please tell me this is good. Oh, this is.
All my life I've fed death. Now I will pay the fees.
A millisecond. 1 millisecond too quick. Anyways, what are you freaking out about? No, not him.
I'm just. It's a different one. It's based on the same thing. Is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon? The 3rd season's coming out. And then they're finally wrapping up, what is it? My romantic comedy, what is it? Youth is not what I expected.
I haven't heard of that one, so.
What do you got either?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those too.
If you don't let me beat you normally, I'm gonna have to cheese this shit out of you.
At last you poke your head out of your crypt, but I'll put you back in for good. Not a chance, stranger!
Looks like the final season of Shingeki will be coming out.
The final?
Yeah,
Man, that was pretty short then.
I mean, it was all. They got pretty close to the cutoff point the last time I was reading the manga. Oh, the Magic School. The regular Magic School. That was actually pretty good anime.
Get up, you goddamn idiot. Why can't you pull up?
Season 2 of the. What is it? I got reincarnated with slime. Is coming out too. Basically, I'm trying to keep my eye out for, what is it? More One Punch Man. Because they could technically end... No, I think they're pretty much wrapped up on the second one.
Are they though?
On the second big boss battle? Yeah.
Oh. You tried eating me. Did I go the wrong way again? No, I'm going the right way. This is where that dude was. Yep, yep.
I don't know anybody who's ever had
What happened to my... Oh, good. I have my dead knee. These immune executions. Fuck your brow. Is he immune executions? Yep. I think I've broken this game a little. Nope, 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 nope. Where'd it go? Oh no, if I die.
Unleashing Caragors on the battlefield comes with certain risks.
Oh, I'm so glad that's coming out.
Still doing it.
Hey Josh, you can watch the Burn the Witch anime movie.
Do I really want to watch the Burn the Witch anime? Fuck this Karagor. Or Growls. Actually, Growls. Fuck. Yo, I straight up need people.
Even the fucking animation. Thought I wasted a minute and 30 seconds from my life. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, though. The Demon Slayer movie.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for that to pop out.
It's not gonna pop out until October 16th.
It's fine.
Then you're usually gonna have to wait a year before you get even a decent quality.
I mean, how long has it been? It's about a year. It's gonna be about a year since I finished, or since I watched the Demon Slayer anime, so I'm not too worried.
Too many right now.
not liking these odds. Ground's broken. Ow. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, you're fucking now, boys. He's dead too. I wasn't done. They attracted another dude. Died. It's annoying as shit.
Combining efforts is a wise choice.
Awesome.
I'm with you.
And that's where I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Killed my archenemy, my second archenemy, his backup, and his backup. So I'm. Whew, that took me a bit, but I feel better now. Besides, we have to wake up. Oh god, that is way later than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, I'm gonna be suffering tomorrow.
Hey, that's your fault, dude. You stayed up until 4.
Yeah, 100% my fault. And I am gonna own up to it. But still, I am gonna suffer a bit. That's fine. Anyways, thanks to everyone who stopped by. And we'll see you guys in the next 5 hours. 5 hours. Probably 4. See ya.